I'm 1/3 of the group Two Bro Gamers and a Nerd. We do a podcast and some other stuff. Check us out at the website.
My name is James. I go by.
Excuse me. Anyways, the reason I'm here today, I have been out of work for the last month and decided I wanted to speedrun The Legend of Zelda. And I've been playing The Legend of Zelda my entire life. And I'm getting good at it as far as speedrunning it, but I've always been a good player when it came to the game. And I always thought to myself, if I could learn how to speedrun this game, I could challenge and be good. No, I'm not the best in the world, and there are plenty of tutorials out there. Darkwing Duck has a great tutorial, Prez J Polk has a tutorial, and there are better runners like Lack Attack and Unos than I. There are great people out there if you want to watch runs. That's not what this video is about. This stream and video is simply for those of you who are at a reasonable skill level at The Legend of Zelda who want to speedrun it at 100%. Now, before I continue, 100% is kind of one of those niche speedrun categories. Not a lot of people run The Legend of Zelda at 100%. I'm not sure exactly why they do it that way. Everyone seems to like the any percent run, and it's a good run, for the record. I love doing the any percent run, but it's a very, very complicated run for a beginner. If you're a beginner and you want to run The Legend of Zelda, excuse me one second, I'm trying to get a window set up. No, I don't want it to be maximized. There we go, that's better. If you don't want to run The Legend of Zelda any percent, because if you're like me, I'm a Zelda completionist. Every Zelda game I play, I want to get all the items, see all the rooms, so on and so forth. It's a really fun route, despite the fact that it's kind of a niche. It's a very fun route. And all of the tutorials I've seen are for any percent routes. I figured I'd make one at 100%, and while I'm going over it, I'll help you guys learn the basic tricks you can use that you'll definitely need to practice. I'm still practicing them myself. That will help you to become a better runner and to hopefully be able to speedrun at whatever level you're comfortable at running it. So before I do anything, I'm going to explain one simple trick that you can use to help this run. Now, this route I'm going to be doing is relatively advanced. However, if you're lucky, it's not that hard to run. There are easier routes out there that you could run if you want to run an easier route. My old route, for example, I would go level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4. And then I would go level 6, level 5, level 8, level 7. At the end of the day, oh, what's up, Squeak? How you doing, man? You weren't in the room yesterday, and I'm going to do something real quick before I continue this tutorial, because Squeak was my very first donation I've ever received on this channel. So, this tutorial is dedicated to you, sir. And I just want to say thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Anyways, so the route I run is a little bit more difficult, but it will allow you to see some of the tricks that I've done, some of the tricks that I've not quite mastered yet, but I'm getting better at. And this trick I'm about to show you works if you are going to run any route, and it helps with bomb manipulation. So the first thing, I'm playing on a EverDrive N8, so I'm going to go ahead and load up The Legend of Zelda. Now, I typically run on a Japanese version, but it depends on what you have and what you are able to run on. So I'm going to load the ROM, and I'm going to wait a couple of seconds. And you're going to let this screen load. When it darkens, I'm going to press start. And this actually manipulates the RNG. Alright. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pick this file because this file is empty. And the first thing you're going to do, obviously, is you're going to get the sword. So, as quickly as you can, you go up, you get the sword, listen to his little spiel. Now, let me go ahead and pause it real quick because I didn't start the timer anyways. I'm going to run a timer. Wait, what the hell? Ah, stupid EverDrive. Let me try that again. This is why I don't typically like running on an EverDrive, because I accidentally hit the save state. I use this file to practice, and I didn't do the manipulation. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to load it, and I'm going to pick up the sword. Let me start the timer. Again, the timer actually starts the very moment you take control of Link, but since we're just doing a tutorial, it's not important if I do that. Squeak says, GL, thank you, man. I'm actually not doing a run right now. I'm actually trying to do a tutorial for runners. I've had a lot of people ask me how I run, so I figured it was a good chance to teach people. And hey, maybe I helped out you or somebody you know. So my route, I start with level 3. And for beginners, if you really want, you can walk up 1 screen and left 4 screens. Is it 4 screens or 5? I want to say it's 4. And then down 1 screen and right. But this trick, if you can hit this trick, will save you a lot of time. At least 20 seconds, possibly up to 40, depending on how good you can do it. And this is the screen scroll. So I'm going to teach you guys the screen scroll first and foremost. This is an intermediate to advanced trick. It's difficult to get to work, and even more difficult to master. But once you nail this trick, if you can get this down to the point where you can hit it 75% of the time or better, you can actually shave off minutes of your time. And if you want a challenge for a record, this is absolutely imperative that you get this trick down. Now, The Legend of Zelda has a weird field of play, and for some reason these boundaries, if you notice, I'm hitting the A button and I cannot swing my sword. There's some sort of boundary around the play area that you can't use Link's sword or his items. If I step out of that area, all of a sudden I can use my sword now. There's a weird, I don't even know if it's a glitch or what it is really, but there's a way to trick the game and confuse it a little bit that will allow you to skip an entire screen. That is the screen scroll, and it goes something like this. You put Link in a very specific spot. Right about, yeah, maybe right there. I might be too close. Let's try it. Okay, see what I just did there? I'm going to do it on this side now. Now this trick is great because if I do this, watch how fast I can skip to the other side of the screen, whereas if I walk 2, 3, it's about 4 seconds for somebody to walk across the screen there. If you screen scroll properly, I can come in and skip across the screen, and if I'm fast enough, I can skip an entire screen in less than 2 seconds. So every single screen I nail the screen scroll on, I can actually save 2 seconds of screen. I'm still getting really good at this. I'm not mastered at it yet. UnosXX says the screen barriers and tile barriers are 1 pixel thick. Thank you, Unos. In fact, for anyone that is attempting to run this run, Unos is the current record holder. He's amazing, and his run is worth a watch if you want to see what high caliber runners can run it like. He says Link's movement is very specific. When moving right, he goes 2111 pixels. I didn't know that. Okay. Oh wow, you're right. I didn't know that. That might be why I keep messing up my damn scrolls. Akira says, James, what up? What up, man? How you doing, dude? Hope you're having a great night. The way I learned how to do this trick is I'm playing on a CRT, but I originally was playing on a flat screen. And the pixels were really difficult to learn, to be able to see. Link needs to be standing 5 pixels or 7 pixels from the edge of the screen. Juno says, so Link was programmed that whenever he hits the screen edge, it would be on a 1 pixel movement. Oh, well that explains the reason that this trick works. Because when you get to the edge here, and you're in the right spot, you don't want to press right or left. You want to tap up or down on the control pad, and what that will do is turn Link around. And it's a very, very finite movement. It's really difficult to get. This trick we're about to see messes up Link's pixel location so that you do a 2 pixel movement at the screen edge and just walk through. Okay. So, if you're able to do this trick properly, Link will turn around. And he'll stay in the exact spot that he was in when he was facing the direction you line him up on. Now when I walk right, I'll skip through the screen. This takes a lot of practice. The way I learned how to do it, and I've got to the point where I can do it without this training wheel, if you will, but this is how I learned. I took a piece of scotch tape and taped it to my TV. I'm not kidding. And what I would do is I would try to line up Link's shield with the scotch tape, and then once I thought I was in the right position, I'd tap it, and if he did the one step, I'd say, okay, I think I'm good, and I'd walk through. The problem with that is that it's really hard to hit that one pixel, and even with the tape, I would still mess up every once in a while. But whatever you feel comfortable, if you want to play it on an emulator, CRT TV, a flat screen, whatever you want to play it on, this trick is vital if you want to be able to run it quick. Until I learned this trick, I wasn't even sub 50. And once I learned this trick, I've gotten a lot better. So this is one of the questions I get asked pretty much almost every time I run, is how to perform this trick. So it's good to master. If you think you're at a reasonable skill level with Legend of Zelda and you want to try and run it, I would recommend learning this trick first before you learn anything else, because we're going to go to level 3 first. So I'm going to go left of screen, I'm going to line up, and I'm going to do the one-step trick and walk through and go left. Same thing here. And now I'm at level 3. And if I do that fast enough, I can save up to 40 seconds on walking the long way around. And oh, by the way, I haven't killed anybody yet, which is important, and I have full health. So now, as soon as this guy gets out of my way, I can walk into level 3. Chotsty says, hey, what up, Chotsty? How you doing, man? Now, this next part is important if you're trying to run Zelda and you're going to use this route. We need bombs. Now, if you're going to try to run it at a high level, this next room is very important. You don't want to kill any of these guys. There are 2 kill counters in The Legend of Zelda. One of them is a regular kill counter, one of them is a consecutive kill counter. The one we're worried about is the regular kill counter. Now, these guys, when I hit them with my sword, that's not a kill. That does not count as a kill in either one of the counters. But if I hit this guy with my sword and then kill those guys, now my consecutive kill counter has 2, but for some reason, my regular kill counter has 0. That's important because the next enemy we want to face is this red darknut up here. Red darknuts are in a group of enemies that drop bombs. So what I want to do is it does take a little RNG, which is why we try to manipulate the title screen. I want to kill one of these red darknuts. Now again, darknuts are tricky. See, I did not get a bomb drop, but in an ideal situation, these first darknuts will drop a bomb, and that's how you get a run started. Yuno says, with a wood sword, you cannot increment your kill counter on Zols. Yeah, you need the white sword or the master sword, or you can use other weapons like bombs. Bombs, I believe, count with the kill counter. Now, darknuts, you probably, and again, this tutorial is for people who are reasonably skilled at The Legend of Zelda, but you still want to be able to kill these guys as quick as possible. Now, if I stand on the seam of these tiles, it's hard for me to get a hit in because these darknuts might turn on me and give me damage. Well, if we're trying for a consecutive kill bomb drop, which I'll explain in a minute, that's important. We don't want to take a hit. So you want to stand on these tiles. That way, at worst case scenario, I don't get a hit. Best case scenario, I get a hit and there's no way that the darknut can damage me. Yeah, that was my mistake. So the kill counter's back at 0 now. I might die here, but that's okay. Now, for people that are just running, let me see. He says, red keys from Vires and gels from Split Zols do not advance the random drop counter. Yeah. Those 2 enemies, when you hit them with a sword that cannot kill them in one hit, it does not count towards the kill counter. I'm not sure why they programmed it that way. There's got to be a reason for it, but those particular enemies, if you cannot kill them in one hit, aka using a bomb, the master's magical sword, excuse me, those will count, but if you use a wooden sword, it won't count. Now, for those of you just trying to start running, and this is how I did it when I started, if you kill all 3 of these darknuts, you're getting a guaranteed bomb drop in this room. I did the same damn thing I did a second ago, so that's okay. I'm going to set a new freaking save state when I get in there. That way that doesn't happen again. This will only take a second if I can nail it. Let's see let's see how good I can do if I do this in real time. The timer's going to be a little off, but that's okay. So, the ideal situation, we get into level 3, and we kill that first darknut, and he drops a bomb. If he does not... I messed it up. Let me try it again. There it is. I messed it up again. See, in a real run, this run would be over already, but that's okay. It does, sometimes I have to warm up and do a couple practice runs before I actually get that to work. So right now, both of our counters are at 0, and that's exactly how we want it. We want to try to keep both our kill counters at 0 coming into this room. You'll see my spawns are all messed up, but that's okay. Now, my counters are both at 0 right now. That's important. Now see, he dropped a bomb. That's beautiful. That means if I'm really doing a run right here, I'm in great position. I've got 4 bombs. I can kill these 2 dark nuts here for an extra bomb if I really need it. And our kill counter is at 1, and that's exactly what we want. So we're going to go into this next room. Alright, now we're going to kill a couple of these guys. That's come on, there we go. Now our kill counter and our consecutive counter is on 4. And that's ideal because we're going to come up here and this is our first key that we want to pick up, other than the one we already used. Well, that kind of sucks. That ruined the whole setup there. Ideally, you want to kill that keys, and that puts your counters at 5, but I forgot my counters got messed up, or my spawns got messed up. That's okay. If you do that right, when you come into this room and you kill these dark nuts, you are going to get a guaranteed consecutive bomb drop. Now, for those of you who don't, I haven't explained that yet. Consecutive bomb drops are a forced drop in the game. If you kill 10 consecutive enemies without taking a hit, and you kill the 10th enemy using a bomb, and that enemy drops an item, you get a guaranteed bomb drop. And when you're speedrunning Zelda, bombs are the most important thing you could ever find besides maybe money in some situations. They are paramount for a run to succeed. Just for example, I've got 5 red dark nuts in here. I want to get through here as fast as possible. If I use my sword, it's going to take all day, but let's see if I can kill these guys quickly. Again, my spawns are a little off from what I usually run at, but we'll try it anyways. Let's see if I can get this guy over here. Come on, come here you. Okay. Now see, if I had not taken a hit, I would have gotten a bomb just now. Since I took a hit, I screwed it up. If the enemy cannot drop an item, the bomb drop is stored until you kill an enemy that can drop it, or you lose it if you get hit before that. I knew it was something like that, you know, so I wasn't entirely sure, but like I was saying before, if you want more information on the kill counters, Darkwing Duck's tutorial video is very in-depth, and also redcandle.us is a great website that goes into details on that. But all you need to know is 10 enemies in a row, the 10th one, kill it with a bomb. Now, the other thing you need to know is those dark nuts are in a group of enemies called the bomb drop group. I want to say it is group, let me see, I have it up here. Let me find it real quick. There's 4 groups of enemies in the game. There was a rupee group, there is a bomb group, there is a heart group, and then there is the there's 5 groups, excuse me. There's another group. I'm not sure what you would call that group. It doesn't matter. The only one we're really concerned with is the bomb group. And the bomb group is what the red dark nuts belong to. Yuno says there's all kinds of weird stuff with the drops. Purple Tulip says, is this 100% run? How's my day, by the way? My day's good. This is a tutorial, not a run. I'm going to be doing a run later, but I wanted to make a tutorial video because a lot of people have asked me how I do certain things, and I don't want to take all the credit, by the way. If it weren't for the guys that came before me in this community, I would not be able to do what I do, and I'm not great yet. I'm not the best. I'm nothing like that, but if I can help anybody out there who wants to run this particular 100% route, this is my attempt to help the community out. So hopefully somebody out there will watch this tutorial video and take something from it. But anyways, so we're in trouble here because I don't have a bomb. If I was doing a real run, this run would be over, but that's okay. Now I'm going to come down the stairs just like I did. You want to hug that wall, and if you time it right and you stab like I just did, you can get through those dark nuts without damage. Now you can drop a bomb here if you'd like, but bombs are a very precious resource. We don't want to waste them if we don't have to. If you go immediately to Link's right, go straight down and swipe your sword, 9 times out of 10 you're going to hit that dark nut and you'll be able to just walk right through him. Because when you attack an enemy he has a very short amount of time where he cannot hurt Link, and Link can actually walk right through him. So you can use that to your advantage in certain spots to get past certain barriers very quickly. Again, if you're an intermediate or experienced player in The Legend of Zelda, you've probably already learned that by now just by playing the game, but that is something that you may or may not want to take into account while you're actually trying to run the game. It's something that I have been trying to get really good at, and I'm still not 100% there, but that's okay. So we're going to come down the steps, and we're going to get this raft, and hopefully not die. Okay. And for me, that's my first split. Let me bring my splits back up just so I can hit it. Now, you can do your splits wherever you want. The only rule is your time starts when you control Link and ends when you get to Zelda. So if you're running it and you want to know where your time starts, that's how the timer starts. It starts when you first take control of Link, and it ends when you finally reach Princess Zelda. Now, I'm going to go ahead and save state right here. And the reason is, if I were doing a run and I didn't want to start over, I have no bombs. Therefore, I'm very, very unlikely to finish this dungeon. However, like I said before, there's a bomb drop in this room. So let's see if I can kill these red dark nuts without dying. See how he's attacking me when I'm on the seams? You really don't want to stand on those seams. Alright, so now I got my bombs. So now I can theoretically finish the dungeon, which is what we want. So we're going to get through here as fast as possible. We're going to come up here. Now you can drop a bomb on this tile and it'll still hit the wall. That took me a while to get comfortable with. That's totally your preference. Now, we're going to attempt to kill Manhandla with 2 bombs. Obviously, we want to kill him with 1. Manhandla can drop a bomb if you do it right, but I'm not 100% sure on how that drop works. But for me, let's not die there. That'd be the best thing. See, I got a fairy there, so the consecutive kill counter was messed up, but that's okay. Ideally, you want to come out of level 3 with at least 3 bombs. Preferably, the more the better. But if you don't have at least 2 and you're on this route, you're going to have to go and find a bomb. And it's paramount you have at least 2 going into level 4. Now, if this was me on a real route, I'd already be over it. I'd be starting over. But if it's your first time, don't worry about it. Just try to kill these guys and get a bomb. There we go. We got a bomb. So now we can continue to 4. Now, I'm going to screen clip this. I'm going to screen scroll this. If these guys will leave me alone. I messed it up. Yuno says, look like a random fairy and the count was 9. That's one thing I got to get better at. I'm still really trying to remember my counts. In a normal run, I've got it down to the point where it's muscle memory, but it's really weird trying to explain it as I'm doing it. It's hard to remember it. But anyways, you absolutely need 2 bombs going into 4. You cannot beat level 4 without 2 bombs because none of these enemies drop bombs. Unless you force a bomb drop. Let's see if I can do that. I'm going to take an intentional hit. And now we're at 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so now my kill count's at 7. Now there's an advanced trick called block clipping. If you don't feel comfortable trying this, you don't have to. You can go through this room normally. But I don't have the candle yet, so I can't light the room up. There's a barrier right here I can't walk through. So what you can do is line Link's feet up right about there with the little line in the wall. You can see where Link's foot is lined up just about parallel with that line. It's a little bit above it, but it should work. Now if I swing Link's sword and press left at the same time, I wasn't quite lined up. Let's try it again. There it is. You see how he turned around as he swung his sword? There's a frame trick there. It's really complicated, and Darkwing Duck goes into much better details than I do. If you really want to know the details on that, watch his tutorial. But the bottom line is, now we can go up. And I took a hit, so there goes my kill counter. But that's okay. We'll get it back up here in a minute. So that allows you to skip this room without worrying about fighting these Vyres, and also it can get you through the room quicker, and you don't need the candle. Now this room, there's a barrier there, so we're going to go around to the left. We're going to kill this guy. We're at 2. Kill this guy. He flew through the water. I don't even know how that's possible. We're at 5, 6, wow. Come here. 7. Alright. So now we gotta go get the ladder. We're gonna immediately walk to the right, hit this door, come on through, and if you've been following along, you should have 2 keys at this point. Now our consecutive kill counter is at 7. We want to try and bomb the 10th enemy in here. So I have 3 bombs to play with, so let's see if I can do it. Oh, I got a random bomb there, so that was lucky. Or maybe my kill count was at 10 right there, I don't know. I might have messed my count up. The bottom line is you want to try to force a bomb in that room. Because now I've got bombs to play with in here. So I can take out these lights a lot faster because I have the wooden sword. It's a lot harder to kill these guys. Ah! With the, it's a lot harder to kill them with the wooden sword than it is using bombs. Bombs will take away almost half of the hit points. It takes, I believe, 10 strikes with the wooden sword to kill them if you're not using bombs. But we need the ladder too. This is why we do 3 first and then we do 4. This will allow us to run the dungeons out of order. And if you use the screen scroll trick, you can really speed up your route. Here comes another really difficult trick that is a intermediate to advanced trick. I'm still getting good at it, but if you want to run this game fast, this is the best way to do it. You drop your bomb right here. You see we open up that hole up there, but we can't reach it. There's a lake here. So we're going to walk Link back onto this safety platform down here. And we're going to line the top of Link's head up with the top rung just like so. If I tap left or right, Link goes down just a little bit, and you'll take some practice to get this down, but if you can figure out how to get it down 9 times out of 10, you'll be able to just walk right past the lake. And that saves you a ton of time, and also allows you not to have to mess with Manhandler, which nobody likes Manhandler. Manhandler is a jerk. So, there's 2 ways you can do this here. The way I run my route, I don't go up and get the key, but you can if you want. There's a key in this room up here, but I'm not going to be going to level 1 next, but that's totally up to you. But if you want to run the route I run, I go this way next. So I've got 3 bombs to play with. These guys drop bombs if we can bomb them right. So let's see if I can get... That was good. God, I wish I had that more often in real runs. And now we've got 6 bombs, so we're in great shape. But now we have to fight one of the hardest enemies in the game because we have the wooden sword, and that is Gleeok. Alright, now Gleeok sucks. For first-time runners, Gleeok sucks because the only weapon we have that can hurt him is the wooden sword. The wooden sword takes 10 hits to kill his first head and 6 hits to kill his second head. Each of his fireballs takes off 1 heart of damage, and as you can see, we've only got 2 hearts, so we can only take 2 hits before we die. I'm probably going to die here just trying to show you guys what we're doing, but just bear with me. That's why I created a save state right there. Now you see his fireballs, they kind of just fly off the screen, but he can only shoot 1 at a time. So as long as you keep that in mind, you can typically stay pretty safe watching where he shoots his fireballs. That you can kind of use that to your advantage if you stay to the side of the screen because those fireballs stay on the screen longer and Link stays safer longer. Now, if you have beam swords, you can stay over here and just shoot your beam swords, but that takes a lot longer. Down here with beam swords is the fastest way to kill him, but we don't have beam swords, so what do? We're going to try to come up here, get a hit, move to the side, and just kind of work it back and forth like this. Now, see how he took a long time right there? We don't want to get too aggressive because we only have 2 hits we can take. Now, one other trick you can use against Gleeok, the hitboxes for Gleeok are really weird. If I swing my sword here, oop, I took a hit. It doesn't hit him. But if I go over here and I stand to his right, sometimes I get unlucky, but we'll try it again. See how that hit him, but that didn't? It's a really weird hitbox. You just really want to take your time because this is a very, very integral part of this run. If we get past this, usually you've got a run going. Alright, I'll go ahead and save it real quick. Yuno says there's a glitch in Gleeok's damage tables. I didn't know that. He said an incorrect reference causes Link to take 6/16 of a heart of damage for bodying the green head. Okay, yeah, I've noticed that. I didn't know that was a glitch. I thought that was just a weird damage thing. It's actually safer to get close to Gleeok, as long as you can avoid his fireballs, than take a hit from the flying head here, because the flying head will deal 1 full heart of damage, But let me show you guys if I can do this without dying. Okay, that didn't work. Let me try that. There it goes. You see it? I bounced off and I still have 1 full heart of health. If I do that again, it'll take off another 6/16 damage, according to what Yuno said, which will mean I'll have a half heart left. But you can basically do that 3 times before you die. So if you use that to your advantage, you can kind of, hopefully, avoid the fireball. See how I bounced off right there? I bounced off again, but I didn't die. But if I take a fireball there, it's over. I'm dead, and the run is done. And I'm pissed off, and my viewers are pissed off, and we have to start over. So that's a really good thing to remember when you fight him. He's the hardest enemy, in my opinion, because of the fact that you just went through a difficult dungeon. You have, you know, the wooden sword. Yuno says triangle strats. Exactly. You kind of want to move in a... I'll show you guys. Kind of like down here, attack. Go to the right, attack. Go back down here, attack. Go to the left, attack. That's the safest way to do it. That way you don't have to worry about his fireballs. Ooh, that was close. And you just kind of move in like a rocking motion, back and forth. And remember that he can't shoot more than 1 fireball at a time. So as long as you remember that, you won't take a hit there. Rage-tastic says he's pissed off. Why are you pissed off, Rage? So now we're coming out of level 4. Now this is where a lot of the routes go in different ways. For me, I'm going to be heading to level 2 here. But there are a couple things that I need to do beforehand. Now this is going to involve a very advanced trick. So if you don't feel comfortable with clipping, you may want to go the long way for your first run. But if you feel like you can handle the clipping trick and the screen scroll trick at a reasonable level, you're going to want to do... Ah, damn it. I thought I saved it. Let's just get through here again. Whatever. Damn it. The save states on an EverDrive are sensitive as shit, man. Alright, so what we're immediately going to do is we're going to go down 1 screen. Let me save it first. That was weird. So we're going to come down here. Now we want to go left. Now, the best way to do it is to come over and we're going to scroll left. Ah, I messed it up. Let's try it again. Right there. Now we skipped that lake. We didn't have to go down, over, and up. We just basically skipped across. Now you can also screen scroll this screen as well, and that'll save you a couple seconds. Just a joke, you would say, oh, okay, I get it now, my bad. He said, he was joking because I said everyone would get pissed off. He said, I'm pissed off, my bad. Now these 2 screens you cannot scroll, because if you notice, you can only scroll on a transition area. If I scrolled here, I get stuck in the bushes, so we have to walk across. And if you're low on bombs, you can use this to your advantage and try to take out these blue moblins, because these blue moblins are in the bomb drop group. We want to get to this screen here, and then we're going to scroll again. And now we're in the graveyard. That's a huge time save if you're going to attempt to go this way. I'm going to show you guys the long way in a second. But now we scroll right to this spot, we go left, and now we're lined up perfectly with the heart container. We come to the ladder and we do another scroll trick, and we come across and pick up the heart container. That's a huge time save, because we just basically went across the entire map without having to walk it. Because if you see, if we walk this, Squeak says, I appreciate you doing this tutorial. I appreciate everything, man. You guys are awesome. And, you know, I just want to help the community. You guys have been awesome to me, so I feel like if I can give anything back, then that's what's up. So if you don't feel comfortable, you can either get those heart containers at a later time and go up here and pick up the desert heart container. I'm just going to show you guys the amount of time you save if you have to walk this. You see how much longer it's taking. By now, we're already on that raft. We're already on that ladder doing the scroll over. We've already gotten our heart container. We're not even close doing it this way. So that scroll trick can save you a minute or 2, depending on how fast you are, on the actual walking the long way and getting the heart container that way. So, again, screen scrolls are absolutely necessary if you want to run this game at a high level. But if you're just going to run it for fun, Or if it's your first run, don't worry about it. Just learn the route first, and then you can worry about everything else. Hopefully I don't take too much damage. That's another thing I used to have a lot of problems with, is that I was always tempted to kill every enemy on the screen, and that's something you really have to remember. You don't have to do that. So we're going to come up here and get this heart container now. Now this is my next split, but again, splits don't really matter. They're more for your viewers, they're more for you, so you can see where you need to improve. That's something you can work on in your own free time. Come up with whatever you can do comfortably, and you won't forget to do it. Because if you forget to do it, then that kind of ruins the point. But anyways, this next screen is an important clip. We want to get to right about there, screen scroll over, and now we're in the woods, where we can pick up this secret to everybody, without dying, hopefully. And we need these rupees. It's important, because we need 60 rupees coming out of level 2 if you're running this route. Right now we're at 53, so we're in great shape. Ugh, God, my health isn't in great shape, but that's okay. Level 2 is easy. And luckily in level 2, there are a lot of enemies that drop rupees. Oof. So just take your time, get in here, don't die. Especially if you're at this point in your run, you definitely don't want to die. Now, the best way to do this level is you want to go right in this first screen. We want to pick up a lot of keys in this level. Now, these ropes will run at you the second you get in their path. You can use that to your advantage to go faster if you just wait for them to come to you rather than you walk across the screen to them. Now we've got 60 rupees. We're good. At this point, we've got exactly the amount of money we need. Now, this gorilla, immediately to Link's right, is the most important gorilla in this room. If you don't have 8 bombs here, it's not important, but if you're low on bombs, this is an important room. Because if you kill that gorilla, all 5 of these gorillas are going to die. And every one of those gorillas has like a 12% chance of dropping a bomb. So this is a really important area. We want to try to get a bomb drop here because it's going to make picking up the blue boomerang, which remember we're running 100%, so that we have to pick up the blue boomerang. It's important we have bombs, otherwise we might not make it. So we want to kill this guy and see how they all died. We didn't get a bomb, but we didn't need one. But that's a quicker way to do that. And you might get a bomb drop because gorillas are in the bomb drop group. So now we go up a screen. Now to our right is the blue boomerang. We need that for 100%. So we're going to kill off these ropes. That'll give us a key. You don't have to pick up the key right away, but if you're a first time runner, you might want to do that anyways. Now, Squeak says, isn't there a tip to get that heart in the water after the screen clip? Yes, the ladder clip, by the way, is very particular, and again, something you want to practice. The ladder clip, I'll show you guys again in a few minutes when I get another opportunity to. You want to practice that separately. In fact, I'll get to a spot where I can practice it, but let's go ahead and take care of this first. 1 hit from the sword, 1 bomb, no problems. Ooh, except for I missed with the bomb, but that's okay. We picked up the boomerang. And yeah, Squeak says, I remember you getting stuck out there the other day. I honestly don't know what happened. I think I was just in a hurry and I messed it up. But now we got the blue boomerang. You can either go out this way and up. But if you're short on bombs, you can bomb this wall, go up, and there's a bomb just sitting here waiting for you. So now we're going to go into this room. Now this room is cool because these lambalas, you can use them if you're short on rupees to get a guaranteed 5, or if you're short on bombs to get a bomb drop. Now, usually in this point in a run, you're short on on rupees. You need 60 rupees coming out of this dungeon. So, as long as the last piece of lambola you kill with your sword, you will get a 5 rupee. Unless you already have a kill counter going when you come into this room. If you're short on rupees, you may not want to risk it. So I'll just hit him with the sword. And do my best not to take a hit. And there's my 5. See, if I had dropped the bomb, I might not have gotten that 5. We're going to grab his key, and we're going to come up into this room. See how I'm just letting them come to me? Now I can get all my goodies as I'm going through. If I was in a real run, I would have probably not even bothered, but that's again up to you. Now we have to kill these guys. Bombs are the quickest way to do so. And you might get a bomb drop like we just did. and then there's going to be a bomb here. We don't need it, but you need it. Ideally, you want to have 4 bombs going into the fight with Dodongo, because there's 2 ways you can force a bomb drop from Dodongo, and they both involve smoking him. Now, Dodongo is annoying if you want to fight him the old school way. I'll show you the old school way first. You already know it. Well, I almost smoked him on accident. That's the old school way. But he rarely drops a bomb if you do it that way. But now, if you can smoke him, let me show you what that looks like. We stunned him with a bomb. Now we can hit him with our sword, and he drops a bomb every time. And that's a guaranteed bomb drop. So if you're short on bombs, that's a really good tactic you can use to get a bomb. But it's hard to smoke a Dodongo with 1 bomb because his random movements are hard to predict, and you need to drop that bomb 1 half step, 1 half tile below him as he's walking through it for him to get smoked. There's an alternate way, which is what I did until I'm still getting better at it, but there's another way you can do this fight, which is a little safer. Let me show you. Alright, you get it lined up with his mouth. Well, let's try it again. There we go. We dropped 1, we drop another one right away, and we get a bomb. As long as you drop that second bomb right away, you almost always will smoke him. You can get your bomb drop and go on with your day. So, coming out of level 2, you need 60 rupees and you want 8 bombs, because that's one of the easiest places in the entire game to get a bomb, to get bombs coming out of the level. And if you for some reason don't have 8, you can try killing these guys if you want. You might get a bomb drop. Blue Octoroks are also in the bomb group. Now we want to come over here. We're going to pick up this candle from the shop, which is 1 screen right, 1 screen down, and 1 screen right from level 2. We need this candle because we need to get rupees because we're running a 100% run. So we're going to grab this candle. And now we're going to switch to the candle. And we're going to go back out. Head left. Now I'll screen scroll this, but you can walk it if you want, because sometimes you mess up your scroll like I just did. If this was a real run, I'd be mad. You have to head up this top path here, come left, head down, and on this screen you're going to burn this bush right here. And inside of here you will find a 100 secret, which is vital because our next level is level 5. We need 100 rupees to get the bomb upgrade. We're then going to come down 1 screen, switch to our bombs, and bomb this segment of wall right here where we can pick up our first heart container. Which is good because we're going into 5, but also because we're doing a 100% run, we need this heart container. In any percent run, typically you're going to skip that heart. Now we're going to walk up a screen, up a screen, up another screen, and up another screen, and up 1 more screen. Now we're going to hang a right, and we're in this room. Now this room has this screen has another heart container hidden right there. We want to pick up this heart container as well. This is important because after we finish this level, we're going to eventually be getting the Master Sword, the magical sword, whatever, that sword. And so we need to get all those heart containers. It's vital. Now we come up here, we bomb this wall, and we're going to pick up this 30. You don't need this 30 if you're past 110 rupees-ish, but I still like to get it just to play it safe. It's only about a 6 to 8 second time waste, and it's better than being 1 rupee short for your next items. We'll be buying those after level 5. Now we're going to head up this ladder. We're going to pick up the letter, which we need for a 100% run. Pick up that letter. And now, if you are new to running, this is vital. I recommend you buy a potion. I'm not going to buy a potion, but I recommend if you're new to speedrunning Zelda, you pick up a potion, and I'll show you where you can do that conveniently and quickly so you don't have to worry about messing up your run. Now, this next screen is going to have a bunch of P-hats. If you want to get through this screen quickly, you need to get Link in this exact spot. And if you do so, you can just go through this screen without having to worry about the P-hats. Let me show you. Unless I mess it up. I just walk right, walk up. He will not hit you. As long as you get that screen perfectly, that P-hat will never hit you. We're going to grab this 100 rupee secret, and we're going to head back out. Now we're ready for level 5 and then some. We've got plenty of money. We can buy a potion. And it's actually probably not a bad idea if you're a new runner to get that potion anyways. Just simply because now, if we go into level 5 and we get 11 rupees, we're going to be maxed out. And that's a waste of money. Come here, you. Ah! So we're going to bomb this wall, come into this tunnel that we reveal. And here's the old lady, which we can then use the map, or the letter, excuse me, and we can get the potion. If you're a first-time runner, I really recommend it because I had played Zelda so much, I thought I was at a high skill level. But when you're running the game, it's a whole different monster. Now, there's other routes that involve getting this candle right here. In that cave, there's a candle. But that's totally up to you. I like to pick up the candle after level 2. But this screen is important because we're heading to level 5 now. So we need to screen scroll here. And this is the first screen scroll that is mandatory if you want to run this route. You're going to have to hit the screen scroll to save you a lot of time. Because if you want to go into level 5 the way the game is intended to, it's going to be a minimum 6 screen detour for you to go up 4 times plus to get in position. So if there's any screen you're going to scroll, this is the one you want to do it on. Now, going into level 5, if you're more advanced, you want to go into this Armos Might and into the level this way. And the reason for that is when we come out at the end, we reappear. Whereas if we walk in his mouth, we have to go down the stairs. And when we're done with the level, we have to go back up the stairs. And that's about a second waste each way. So, totally up to you. Alright, now, going into level 5, you want to have at least 3 or 4 bombs. You can still survive if you have at least 1, but it's mandatory you have 1. You also want to have at least 100 rupees. Again, you just got all those rupees, so that shouldn't be a problem. And you want to have at least 3 keys. I have 4, so if you've been following my route, you should have 4 as well, but you need 3 for the levels that are upcoming. You're going to go up this room here. Now, we can kill these guys now. We got kind of lucky with the spawn. You can kill them now, you can kill them later, but you're going to have to kill them. The trick is you don't want to kill all 3 of them. If they're down here, let me see if I can get them down here. And I'll show you guys why this is an important thing to know. Let me see if I can get them to come down here. Alright. We have to bomb that left wall. Oh, the best way to do it is to hit these guys into the wall and then use a bomb there. We opened up the wall and we did damage to the Gibdos in 1 bomb. So that's a very fast way for you to skip a lot of time and get through this room very quickly. Now in this room, we have to bomb that left wall. You see a Gibdo there that has a bomb on him. There's 2 ways you can go about this. You can either just go bomb that wall and then try to steal the bomb from the Gibdo as quickly as possible, or you can try to kill that Gibdo, but this can be tricky. For first timers, you might just want to kill the Gibdo, or you can try to steal it. Let me see if I can steal it from him. I'm gonna kill him. Okay. Let me try that again. You want to hit him and then walk through him while he's stunned. Like that. Let me try it again. One more try. Whatever. Basically, it's a really hard thing to do, but if you can nail it, you can get that bomb without killing the Gibdo and without taking any damage. Alright. Now, this is the first screen in the game that I think, if you're running this game, is mandatory that you block clip. Now, the block clip is an advanced technique. It'll take some practice, but there's a real easy way for a beginner to learn this clip. This was actually the first clip I feel like I mastered. And it's kind of the same tactic or technique that you use on the screen scroll. But what you want to do is you want to get Link right about there. His head wants to line up just below the bottom pixel row of the middle of that block. You see that shaded part right in the center of this block? And if you can line up to this point and then press back and swing your sword, we can skip into this area. We don't have to kill these dark nuts to get into this block. Now, this trick only works if you are right here or a little bit higher up. Like right there, it might work. Yeah, see? But if I go up too high, it won't work. If I'm too high, it won't work. And if you miss it, you have to reset. For some reason, you can't reattempt this trick unless you walk down first and then come back up. And now I can do it. This allows you, if you can practice this and get it down, I don't have to kill these dark nuts now. It's safer, it's faster, and now I can go pick up the whistle. And the whistle, obviously we're doing a 100% run, so we need it, but it's vital if you're doing an any percent run as well. Now, we have the wooden sword. So we're going to have to use bombs to kill these dark nuts. I mean, you can kill them with the wooden sword, but it takes longer and it's difficult. This is the hardest room in the run so far, and honestly is one of the hardest rooms in the entire run, period. If you don't have at least 6 bombs here, I recommend you go down one room, bomb the right, and pick up the bomb upgrade, and I'm going to pick that up in a minute. But if you've got at least 5 or 6 bombs, you can attempt to clear this room out. Let me show you what this room looks like. And I mean, if you're an intermediate Zelda fan, you know this room. Now, we've got 6 dark nuts. They will die with 2 bombs. And there's one thing I neglected to mention about dark nuts when we were in level 3. With bombs will not hurt a dark nut if you drop the bomb and you are facing the same direction as the dark nut. So right here, if I drop a bomb... I messed that up. Let me get back over there. There we go. I did that right. That's cool. Now I did it right. We'll just go through this room real quick. And now we did the screen clip. We get to skip that battle, and we can just shoot on through. We've got 6 bombs to play with. Now we're coming into this room. Let's save it. Actually, I'm going to save it right after this room transition. Now, if I drop a bomb right there, it looks like I hurt the dark nut, but I did not. I did not do any damage to him. What you want to do is turn around and drop the bomb like that. As long as they are not facing the same direction that Link was facing opposite when he drops the bomb will do damage. So, for example, if I drop a bomb right there, the dark nut coming towards me will not take damage, but if it blows up and that dark nut above me walks into the explosion, he will take damage. So, you kind of want to just get this down where you can do as much damage as possible, as fast as possible, without taking too many hits. And now, here's an important thing. I screwed that up. Alright, you see I stopped. I have 1 bomb remaining. You absolutely need 1 bomb if you have not gone to get the bomb upgrade, because if you don't have at least 1 bomb left, you won't be able to bomb the wall open to get the bomb upgrade, and it will cost you precious minutes trying to go back and get a bomb, because these blue dark nuts will not drop bombs unless you force a bomb drop. Now, I've only got 1 bomb left, but I think I've done enough damage to these guys that I can try to kill them with the sword. Now, with, Squeak says, this explains my childhood frustrations. These guys are really difficult to get with bombs, but bombs are the best way to kill them until you get the magic sword. So, with the wooden sword, if they're completely undamaged, it'll take 8 hits. If they're hit with 1 bomb, it'll take 4. So let's see if I can do this. There's 1. Now, one other trick that I kind of mentioned earlier. You see where Link is standing? I am on the seam. That means that a dark nut, like that one on the right, let me see if I can get a better example of this. See how he turned on me right there? I wouldn't have been able to do much damage without risking a hit. And that is risky because we don't have a potion. So if I take a hit there, I'm in trouble. You want to fight dark nuts on the step. See where I'm at now? Now I can come up and hit these guys and have time to react if they turn. See? He turned on me, but he couldn't hit me. And if he does turn before I get a hit on him, I have time to react and get away, and I don't take damage. So make sure you have at least 1 bomb coming out of this room. Pick up the recorder. And now we're headed out. The hard part of level 5 is over. If you've gotten to this point, congratulations. You got one of the hardest parts of your run out of the way. So now, we're going to head down here, unlock this door. We've got 1 bomb remaining. We're going to pick up this key, bomb this wall. Head on through. And you notice we have 0 bombs? Well, I'd like to have more bombs, and he bets I do. Well, so do I. I now have 12. This is important on a 100% run, because now we have a free bomb upgrade. On an any percent run, it's a little more stressful because there's no guarantee you'll have enough rupees to get that upgrade. So you have to be more careful with your bombs. But on a 100% run, those 2 upgrades are godsends. Alright, now these guys are going to spawn, and we need to get out of here as quickly as possible. The best way to do it is to pray, but also to hope that these guys turn, but they're probably not going to. They did, I got lucky. If they do come through, just stay safe, don't panic, do not panic. That is the number one thing that will kill you in these runs, if you let those guys get you all worked up, and you'll panic and you'll take a ton of damage. Alright. Get your bomb out, blow him up, get the key. We now have 4 keys, we head on. If you used a bomb right there, you should have 11. That's perfect. We're going to keep on heading on. You can kill these guys for money if you want, but you'll have to use a bomb. But if you've been following the way I've been going, you shouldn't need any money. Now, you see how those Gibdos got in my way? The ideal thing is that they won't walk in your way and you can just walk on through. But if you're not careful, these guys deal 2 hearts of damage with every hit. So if I walk on through, they're going to knock me back and do 2 hearts of damage. So I stop in this middle lake here and kind of get an assessment of if I can make it or not. If I don't think I can make it, I stop, I wait, and I still took a hit there, but that's okay. If you really want, you can go the long way around. Now this room, let me go back. I actually want to show you guys that. This room you can do very quickly if you're fast and if you're capable. Let me show you. Now that Dark Nut's going to spawn in the middle. He's either going to walk left or he's going to walk down. If he walks down, this is easy. You're just going to walk right past him. If he walks left, you have to hope that there is there's a trick you can use to, let me show you something real quick. Alright, now you see this area where Link is standing? If I swing my sword and walk, he doesn't move. But if I get on there, see how he kind of skips across? I can swing my sword, hit that Dark Nut, and I don't have to stop. So let me show you what that looks like in fast motion. See how I can just walk right through? Watch this. Oh, okay, that didn't work. Let me try it again. Let me get him back up there. Okay. There you go. See how I just walked right through him and did damage, but I didn't get a hit there? That's the way you want to do that. You just want to take 1 half step left, walk straight up, and if he gets in your way, swing your sword and just keep on walking. And hopefully you'll get through. In this room, just be careful not to take damage, get through the door. You can hug the bottom there in that center aisle. If you are lucky, you can get through without having to stop at all, but be careful. Now, the Dig Dogger. Ah, damn it. Ugh, I really gotta stop doing that. That's okay, we'll just do this in fast motion now. Come through this door, make sure you pick up that key. Come down here, go straight across. If they don't get in your way, that's cool, that's very fast. Come to this bottom row and avoid the Pole's Voice. We don't have a weapon that can kill them quickly. Alright. Dig Dogger. With the wooden sword, he takes a lot of damage to kill. It takes a long time to kill him, and he deals a heart of damage with every time he touches you. You need the recorder to kill him. So what we want to do is we want to bomb him twice, and that will kill him without having to use the sword. The fastest way to do that is to drop a bomb right on top of him, hit to your subscreen, come back down, pick your whistle, and blow it immediately. The bomb will explode, you switch back to your bombs, drop another bomb, and he dies. You're done. And that's level 5. That's the fastest way to do that. If you have the boomerang, you can hit him with the boomerang and attack with your sword if you're low on bombs or if you just want to hit him with your sword. But that's the fastest way to kill him. So coming out of level 5, this is the first time we have to use the recorder to warp. The recorder is a little weird. The recorder warps different ways, and I'll show you. Now, we want to go to level 4, so we're going to look left and hit the recorder button twice, and this should take us to level 4. Right? But if you do it the wrong direction, or you don't do it twice, this is going to take us to level 2 or level 1. I think 2. Yeah, 2. If I go back and hit it again, it's going to take us to level 1. So basically, the recorder starts at 1. Oh, it took us to 5 because we haven't done level 1 yet. That's right. I knew that. It starts at 1. When you look right and use the recorder, it will take you to level 2. If you blow it again, it'll take you to 3, 4, 5, so on and so forth. But since we haven't done level 1 yet, if I try to go back to level 1, it's going to skip over it and go to level 4. Because that's or level 5, because that's the highest number level we've completed, and looking left will take you down in that order. It takes a little time to get it. If you get it, it's easy. So we're going to go to level 4. Right now the level counter is at 1. Even though we haven't done 1 yet, it's still at 1. So we're going to look left, blow the whistle twice, and let the whirlwind take us to 4. Be careful not to take a hit when you do that, because if you miss the whirlwind, you will have to leave the screen to get the whirlwind to come back. Now we're going to get the candle out. We're going to head down, and now we're going to head right. Now we're going to go up a screen, and we're going to head right a screen. And there's a very specific bush we want to burn, and it's this one right here. If you're not sure, you can burn these two or these two, and as long as the flame touches the bush, it'll burn and you can access the heart container. And that is the last hidden heart container in the game. We now have enough heart containers to get the Master Sword. But the Master Sword's way out of the way. And we're going to level 1. We don't need the Master Sword. We need 180 rupees before we can go to level 8. Or level 6. So we're going to burn this bush here. Head on in. And there's a secret to everybody. We now have enough money to beat the game. With the exception of one other secret we're going to get before level 7. If you're short on rupees, there's another secret to everybody right up here, and I'll show you where it is. If you're not at least 130 right now, you want this bush. If you're close, you can go into level 1 and try to beat some of the Stalfos, because Stalfos are in the rupee dropping group, but you absolutely need 180 rupees at the completion of level 1. So keep that in mind. There's a rupee secret under that bush you can get if you need rupees. Now we're going to head into 1. Now, you notice we have 3 keys. There's a trick here, and I'll show you the trick, but we don't need it. So that's why I'm going to save right here so I don't mess it up. If I leave the dungeon immediately and then go right back in, the door will be open. Interesting, right? It has something to do with the fact that when you exit a door, it assumes it's unlocked. I'm not sure. Again, Darkwing Duck explains it in much more detail. All you need to know is you can do that trick. If you don't have at least 3 keys to this point, you can do that trick. So we're going to reload, and we're going to go through the door like so. This will save us time. If we've got 3 keys, we're good. Now, here's another trick. We've got 9 bombs right now. We should be good on bombs, but if you're not, you want to get your kill counter up to at least 5 on the consecutive kills. We should be at a... Ooh, I don't know. Here, we're gonna do this way. I'm going to take an intentional hit. This way I can show you guys a trick here that you can use to get bombs. Alright, we took a hit. We're going to be at 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. See how they're dropping rupees like mad? These guys are important if you're short on rupees. You want to kill these Stalfos and get rupees from them. So now we're at 5. We're going to come up into this room. We need a bomb. So if you only have 1 bomb, you can use this trick, but it's risky. We need to bomb that room up there. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk up here and drop a bomb here. And we took a hit. Let's try it again. Alright, so now our kill counter's at 6, 7, 8, 9. Ah, come here, you. See how he dropped the bomb? Now we've got 10 bombs. We're good. You want this key. So it's a good idea to try and come into this room with your kill counter at least 5, but not quite 10, obviously, so that you can try to drop a bomb in this general area. Take as many Stalfos as you can and hope you get a bomb. But you don't necessarily need to do that. If you've got more than 6 to 8 bombs, you're probably fine. But you do need that key. If you don't want to get this key, you can do the exit trick to get an extra key in your pocket, but that's totally up to you. Now I have 4 keys. In fact, I'm going to go use one of those keys up because I shouldn't have 4. I picked up a key on accident. So I'm going to use this key real quick. There we go. You wouldn't do that in a real run, just for the record. That's why we bombed that wall. So now we're going to go into this room. Alright, now sometimes, let's see if I can get it to happen. That Stalfos, if you're doing it right, should be in the middle here. Let's see if I can get him in the middle. There he goes. Okay. That's how it'll spawn most of the time with this Stalfos in the middle. Remember the trick we did with the Dark Nut? Ah, damn it. Ugh. Give me a bomb, punk. Oh, I took a hit. Whatever. We don't need a bomb. We're just gonna go through. We gotta use this key again. Son of a bitch. Those damn save states, they're kicking my ass. I don't usually use the power pack. That's why, or the EverDrive. So, I gotta stop doing that. Anyways. Let's see if I can't get this guy to line up properly. We want to do the same thing we did with the Dark Nuts. If I can get him to come over here. Come on. Come on, dude. Well, I'll do it with this guy. One of these Stalfos eventually is gonna work out. I promise. There he goes. See how I walked right through him? You can do that to quickly pick up the key, but if he spawns on either side, you have to kill him. Now these guys drop bombs, so they're good to use if you're short on bombs. They're gonna drop a key. You want to pick that key up. Head into this room. Now, you can either go to the left side and open this up manually, or you can block clip it. It's faster to clip it, but if you're not good at clipping yet, you might just want to push the block. It's not a big deal. Unlike that Dark Nut room, it's not really a big deal if you do it that way. But you do need to pick up the bow. So now, here's a little trick you can use if you're good. If you're not good, you may not want to try it. It's risky, especially if you're low on health. As soon as we get Link's control, we walk right and immediately press down and just keep holding right. And then go back up. You can skip that trap. If you're not sure you can do that, you can just let the trap go and come around like you normally would. But again, you're going to spawn here, just go down and right. And now you can just walk on through. That'll save you a little time, and if you're fast enough, you won't take any damage. But if you're low on health or if you're not sure you can do it, just take the safety route. Now we're going to head right, unlock this door. Now remember, we picked up the Magic Boomerang. These guys dropped the wooden boomerang. We don't need the wooden boomerang. So we can just walk right through. Well, hopefully walk right through. We're going to come on down here, pick up this key, and head on through. Now we're getting to face the hardest enemy in the game. I'm just kidding. Now, I kind of messed it up, so let me head back out. There's a strategy you can use if you're fast. If you have to have one bomb. You walk... Oh, I messed it up. Let's try it again. If you have at least one bomb, you can kill him very quickly without taking too much damage. Head right, drop a bomb, wait for it to explode. 1, 2, you're done. If you're not sure you can do that, or if you don't have any bombs, you need to just come in and fight him normally. It'll take 6 hits. Pick up the heart container, and you're done with level 1. The hardest level in the game, you guys. Alright. Now, this next area is really difficult if you're not good at screen scrolls. If you're good at screen scrolls, it's not that bad. Just come on up. You can actually pick this secret to everybody up if you don't have at least 180 rupees right now. You need 180 rupees. It's imperative. Because we haven't purchased the arrows yet, and we don't have the bait. Now, if you don't have 180 rupees yet, you can get the bait later on. So if you don't have 180 rupees yet, and you're just starting out, don't fret. Just come on right. Now, you can walk across since we have the ladder, but I'm going to scroll it. Ugh, maybe I should have walked across. And then, if you do have 180 rupees, you just come on over to this wall. Don't bomb it correctly. Head on through, and there's some bait. Now, this bait is 100 rupees. There's a bait near level 7 that's only 60. So, if you don't have 180, you can just wait and get the bait later. I'll show you guys where that is at that time. Now we're going to screen scroll this screen and skip across to this screen where we can head into this room, and now we can buy the arrows. And that's 80. Thus the 180 we absolutely needed getting to this point. If you don't have the 180, you can just get the arrows right now and you're fine. But you need the arrows before we move on. It's absolutely necessary. So now we come to this screen, and under this Armos Knight is a magic bracelet. We pick it up and we move on. Come down here, head left here. There's a potion shop under this wall if you need a potion. Again, if you're running this run for the first time, you might want that potion. And we're going to scroll this screen. If you're not comfortable scrolling, just walk it. Head on up. And under this gravestone is the Master Sword. Or Magical Sword, whatever. I still call it the Master Sword. So sue me. And now we're ready for level 6. This is the hardest level in the game if you don't know how to fight Wizrobes. But Wizrobes have some tricks, and I'll show you guys. So don't let them intimidate you. They're difficult, but they can be handled. But if you're a first-time runner, I really strongly recommend you pick up the Water of Life. Head on through and kill these guys as quick as you can, because if you can kill the ones in front of you, you see how this one up here disappeared? There's a master that's usually in this general area. If you kill him quick enough, you don't have to worry about taking damage since we don't have the magic shield. And these guys will drop bombs. You need at least one bomb at this point in your run. So if you don't have bombs, you're going to have to kill as many of these guys as you can. But you should have bombs if you've been following this tutorial the way I've been showing you. So we're going to head on up here. Now, if you didn't buy the bait, you're going to kill these guys. They drop rupees. If you already have the bait, you can just run on through. We don't need the compass. Now, you see what I just did there? That's a little trick you can use to kill those keys quicker if you have beam swords. If you swing your direction in this, if you swing your sword in this direction and then immediately press left or right, you see how he does this little shimmy? If you have beam swords, you'll attack this direction, and then your beam sword will shoot out this direction. So you can actually kill 2 or 3 or more keys at the exact same time like we just did. You head up to this room, and here's the first tough room of level 6. We've got a bubble, 2 red Wizrobes, 2 blue Wizrobes, and 3 like-likes. The red Wizrobes are the most important enemies to understand because their beams will do 4 hearts of damage to Link. So we want to kill those guys as fast as possible. Now, you'll notice I'm hugging the bottom. There's a reason for that. The only enemies that are typically going to come down here and get you are the like-likes. Blue Wizrobes can come to the bottom, but it's a lot more rare. So as long as you stay down here, you're more likely to be safe. Just keep an eye on them, and if they come down and they start coming towards you, at that point you want to escape. Now, Wizrobes have a weird little thing they have about them. They will only fire at you if you're in their direct line of sight, or if you're 1/2 step above them. Let me show you. See? He fired at me. He fired at me. But now watch. If I'm 1/2 step, they won't fire. He won't fire. So if you stay at the bottom, and you stay calm, and just very slowly nick away at them, the only time they're ever going to hurt you is if they walk into you, which is inevitably going to happen, but at least you can minimize the damage and move on. So just remember that if you're on the bottom of these screens, you're less likely to take damage. Now in this room, we're going to have 2 red Wizrobes and 3 blue Wizrobes. We need to bomb that right side wall, so we're going to move to the right as quick as possible, drop a bomb, and get the hell out of there. And here comes another difficult room. Now, we've got 2 red Wizrobes, 3 blue Wizrobes. We just want to go up and get the wand as quick as possible, so we're going to get this guy out of the way and try to get through here without taking damage. It's really difficult to do so. You can take your time and kill those enemies if you want, but you're more likely to take more damage just fighting than you are to flee. And if you're fast enough and a little bit lucky, you can get out of that room without any damage. And now you come to this room. Like-likes are going to slow you down, so you want to try to avoid the like-likes, and in all honesty, you want to try to avoid hits. Now, the enemies will typically spawn on the left side of the screen, and on occasion they'll spawn on the right. If you're not sure you can get past them, just head right, head on up, knock them out of your way, unlock this door, and come on through. And here comes another difficult room. 2 red whiz robes, 3 blue whiz robes. We're going to use the same strategy we used before. We're going to stay on the bottom, just kind of slowly pick away at him. Now, see what he did? He came down. That's a rarity, but it does happen on occasion, so just be aware it can happen. Stay on the half step. Ooh, that was bad. I'm having a bad room here. Stay on the half step, and they'll never fire at you. You can kill the last enemies, and now we can pick up the wand. If you're doing an any percent run, you don't need the wand. But again, 100% run, you need the wand, so you're going to pick that up and head on out. Now we can leave. Now we're going to head to Goma. Now at this point, our health is a little low, so we do have to be conscious of that. If you have the Water of Life, you're safe. But this room is difficult. So carefully make your way down. Try to avoid taking a hit. Come on through. Now these guys, these guys will drop a lot of hearts and possibly bombs. So you need to kill them anyways. So hopefully you get some hearts in here. And there's your last hard room at level 6. Get to the bottom as fast as you can. Avoid the bubble. Try to take out these likes because they're a nuisance. And take shots at the red and blue dark nuts or whiz robes as much as you can. Now once the whiz robes are dead, it's pretty much just avoid the bubble and kill these likes. Now that we have the magic sword, it's much easier to get out of here. You don't have to worry about taking as much damage. You come on through the warp, and we're pretty much at Goma now. The hard part is over. If you have low health here, you can still breathe a little bit. The hard part is over. Come on down here. Carefully kill these guys. We got a lucky clock there. We're going to grab this key that I just grabbed underneath this bubble. We're going to get the arrows out now. And we're going to head through the door. Now this room is tricky because we have red and blue whiz robes and 4 traps. You can get through this room without damage as long as you're careful and you're aware that the red whiz robes can spawn in front of you. So be prepared for that. Walk left, kill the whiz robe, head straight to the door, and get the hell out of there. And now we're at Goma. This first Goma is a piece of cake. If you're careful and you don't have to worry about taking a hit, all you need to do is shoot him with 1 arrow. Just walk calmly to the right, shoot him, pick up your heart container, and you're done. Sometimes he'll go left, sometimes he'll go straight down. Just whatever happens, stay calm, avoid the fireballs, hit him as quick as possible, grab your heart container. You're done with quite possibly the hardest level in the run. Now we're going to get our recorder back out, and we need to warp to level 2. Our last warp took us to 4. So to get to level 2, we need to look left and whistle twice. I think you can look down as well. I like left and right because it's easier for me to remember, but up and down will do the same thing. I just don't remember which one's which. But for me, right and left was easier to remember. Now in this route, we're going to go to level 8 next. And the reason for that is because we don't have enough keys to beat level 7. You can pick up those keys in the levels if you need them, but it takes more time. If we complete level 8 now, we can get the master key and we don't have to worry about that. If you're doing an 80% run, you do. So usually level 8 before level 7 is imperative. So if you're a beginner, you really want the Water of Life coming into this level. If you didn't have the Water of Life coming out of 6, you can go down and write a screen to that potion shop that I showed you earlier and pick up a potion there. There's also a potion shop in the woods near here. But anyways, now let me show you guys that ladder trick real quick. I never did show you guys that, and I know Squeak was saying he wanted to see it. Now I'm going to light the room up. Alright, now you see this gap? I can't walk across that gap. Right? Well, if I get to the very specific pixel and do the trick, now I can cross that gap. It's about right there. It's kind of difficult to get. Right about there. Link needs to be right about there. Then you do the shimmy step. Let's see, I was a little too close. Right there. He'll do the one pixel right, and now you can walk across. That takes a little practice, so if you don't have that down, go somewhere where you can practice. Level 4 is probably the safest place, and that's the first time we used that clip. You remember we used that to get past that lake? That's probably the safest place to do that trick. So head there. Alright. Oh, shit. God damn it. Oh, well. We'll just fight these guys again. Ah. That's alright. I need a little practice here anyways. So we'll come out of here, head down. You can never get too much practice in level 6, I'll tell you that. I forgot to get the arrows out, but that's okay. Just straight up. He came straight down at me. I just shot an arrow. He's dead. Easy money. So we'll warp back to 2 and we'll take care of level 8. Sorry, I didn't mean to mess that up again, you guys. I'm sorry I keep doing that. So 2 whistles to the left will take us from 4 to 2. Now we're at level 2. And we got unlucky because this little jerk decided to snipe us. We're going to head down. Get that heart. Because trust me, you want to have beam swords going into level 8. Especially if you don't have the potion. But that's totally up to you. I still recommend if you're a first time runner, get the potion. And when you feel like you can go without it, then go without it. I used to run with the potion every time. Alright, so now we're going to be fighting Manhandlers. So we need to get the bombs out. We're going to head left. This Manhandler moves a little slower than the one we fought in level 2. Or level 3. We still want to kill him as quick as possible. So just try to drop the bomb right in the middle of him. And now we can move on. And here comes another room that the block clip comes in handy. You want to avoid getting hit by these bubbles. Because when the bubbles hit you, you can't use the sword trick. Head on through and pick up the magic book or the Bible or whatever the hell you want to call it. Which again, on a 100% route, you absolutely need that book. Now we got to get out of here without taking damage. It's a little tricky, so you kind of want to just wait for an opening and get on out of here. It is imperative that you try to do that without taking any hits, because if you do take a hit, then these next rooms are going to get real interesting for you, especially if you're running it without the potion. Now, this room has another manhandler, but we don't need to kill him. We're just going to drop a bomb and move on through. And here comes, in my opinion, the hardest room in the entire game. If you're not good at fighting Dark Nuts, you can use bombs. But the fireballs will only do a half heart of damage. These blue Dark Nuts will do 2 hearts. So don't worry about the fireballs as much. Just don't let the Dark Nuts hit you. We pick up the key, we come into this room, and we just want to make our way through as safely as possible, get through. And now we get another blue Dark Nut room. Now you have 2 options here. You can either kill them now or kill them later. I recommend doing it now, simply because if you die, you can get back to this room quicker than if you go through it and you die, then you got to do all that, you know. Just do this now. Get it out of the way. Kill him as quick as possible. Try to lure him up here. Drop a bomb. You get a little bit of damage. I didn't hit any of them, but that's a trick you can use if you're low on bombs. But you want to try to keep as many bombs as you can. But here's another thing you need to know. If I kill all the Dark Nuts in this room and I'm not fast enough, they'll respawn. So I leave one and move on. If you're fast enough, you can get through this part without them respawning, but to be safe, you want to leave one. You're going to get the arrows out, and here comes the 3-hit Goma. Now this Goma is a little tricky in the sense that if he doesn't move straight down, you're not likely to get 3 hits. And there's fireballs that are going to be flying at you. You need to stay calm. Goma's fireballs will do a full heart of damage, whereas the ones coming from the corners will do a half. So ideally, we want to get a shot off, and now we're going to hide in this doorway, and we're going to wait about 7 seconds. Come on out. Fire. And we didn't get him. So we're going to come back down here. We're going to hide again, wait, come on out, line up a shot, and kill him. He dropped a heart, so we're going to pick that up, and we're going to head right. Here's another tricky room. If you really want to, you can kill those Pulse boys with the arrows since you already have them out. But we just want to clip into this area right here. And now we can pick up the magic key. Notice we're at 0 keys, right? That's what we were looking for. Datherboo is now following. Thank you, Datherboo. I really do appreciate the follow, man. Thank you very much. I hope you're enjoying this tutorial. Once I'm done with the tutorial, I'm going to temporarily end the stream just so that you can go back and watch it, and then I'll pick the stream right back up. So that way, later on, people can go back and watch the tutorial. So now that we've got the magic key, we need to go and fight Gleeok and get the hell out of level 8. So we're just going to get out of here as fast as possible and head left. Avoid as many fireballs as possible and head down. Now remember, we let Manhandler survive, so carefully get through him. And now we should only have 1 blue dark nut to worry about. If you're low on health, take your time. Keep in mind that when you stand here, these guys won't fire fireballs. So in this scenario, we can just stand here all day and wait for the blue dark nut to come to us, and now we can move on. They won't fire the fireballs as long as you're standing right in the center. Now this is a tricky room. We just need to get to that warp. We don't need to kill any of these enemies, but especially if you're low on health here, you don't just want to charge through, you might die. So just really carefully and quickly read the room. You've got 3 Gibdos, 2 red dark nuts, 1 blue dark nut, and 2 bubbles. Try to get through as fast as possible without taking any damage. If you do, it's not the end of the world, but if you're low on health, take your time. Now, in this room, you want to come in with the arrows equipped if you're playing the American version of the game. You can just come over, shoot, and you're done. But if you're playing the Japanese version of the game, the arrows won't work, so unless you have the microphone or a simulated microphone if you're playing on the Wii Virtual Console or something like that, you'll have to avoid them. The best way to do it is to just come up to this group. I already saved it, so I can't show you, but just come up to this group and hit them and try to get through. If you're playing the United States version, though, just shoot them with your arrows. And now we get to fight this asshole. Alright. We're going to use this very similar strategy that we did in level 4. We're going to be using what Yunos called the triangle strat. But now we have the magic sword. So the first head is going to take 3 hits. And each head after that is going to take 2. Now if your health is almost full like mine is, this isn't that hard of a fight. It's actually quite easy. But if your health is low, you do have to be careful. Otherwise, you're going to have to fight all of them blue dark nuts over again. So this is a very critical moment in a speed run. So I'm going to go right, try to make my way up, and get a hit in, and just using the triangle strat. Just back and forth. Nice wavy motion, avoid the heads, and kill him. Yeah, I took a hit. Now we pick up the heart container, because this is a 100% run. And we head on through. And we're done with level 8. Believe it or not, the hardest parts are over other than level 9. You're very close to completing your first speed run. Pause the game immediately, get your recorder out, and now we need to warp to level 3. Now we don't have 100 rupees. If we did, we could skip this next secret, but because we don't, we need to get a secret to everybody. So we're going to warp to 3, we're going to get our candle out, and we're going to head to this secret. Now remember, I told you guys you needed to buy the bait. If you did not buy the bait, you can buy the bait now, and I'll show you that now. If you already have the bait, you're going to come back. I'm going to come back to this area and show you what to do next. But if you don't have the bait yet, you're going to walk up a screen, walk right a screen, walk up a screen, and walk up one more screen. You need 60 rupees to buy this bait. Now, I would have more rupees because I already bought the bait. I have enough to buy it again, but here's your 60 rupee bait. You would buy this and then you would go back to level 7. But if you were following this tutorial, you should already have the bait, so we're just going to go right back to where we were. We're going to head left, and we're going to burn this bush. And inside of here is exactly 100 rupees. I had 73, but it wouldn't have mattered if I had 3. We're good now. we have enough rupees to purchase the last thing we need for a 100% run. Now, people will be asking themselves, but wait a second, you don't have the blue ring yet. I don't. And the reason we don't have the blue ring is that in a 100% tutorial, we're going to be getting the red ring. Since we're getting the red ring, we don't need the blue ring to complete the 100% run. If you think you need the blue ring, you can get it, but just keep in mind, you're going to need a lot more money to do so. Right now, I have 73 extra rupees, and there are a few secrets to everybody I didn't get. But if you feel like you need the blue ring, you can get it. But again, this tutorial is for people who are more advanced in their ability to play The Legend of Zelda. So if you don't think you're that advanced and you're not sure you can do it, there are other tutorials that are more for beginners that will allow you to figure that out. But the way that we're running it, you should have the Water of Life if you feel like you need it. So you shouldn't need the blue ring, but that's up to you. We're going to head up here. We're going to get the recorder out, blow it as soon as possible, switch to our bombs as it's changing, and head on into 7. Go up one screen. Now this level's easier than 8, but these guys can still give you a lot of damage, so try to avoid them as much as possible, as I did not do right there. We're going to head left the screen. If you didn't get the magic key yet, you need to get this key, but we don't need it. So we're just going to skip on through, and lo and behold, we'd like to have more bombs. Now keep in mind, for this to work, you do need at least one bomb going into level 7, but as long as you didn't get too bomb happy in 8, you should be fine. We're going to head on through this door and head on up. Now you have to kill these enemies in this room. We have 16 bombs, but keep in mind, after this level, we're going to level 9. To beat level 9, we need 8 bombs to be able to go straight to level 9 and continue. So don't get too bomb happy in level 7. Try to save your bombs if you can help it, because that will really help when we go to 9. Come on up here, get through this door, and here's where we use the bait. We're going to get the bait out. It should be a 4-click screen. Wait till the bait disappears, and now you're on the whistle, and hit left 3 times. That'll save you a very short amount of time. Very little, not a big time save, but it is a time save. Now in this room, there's a way you can do it, but it doesn't work every time because there's usually a bubble that's going to spawn on that center island. There's not much you can do to make this work every time, but if it does work, you can get through this room very quickly. What we're going to do is we're going to go up and we're going to swing our sword at that mass that's sitting on top of the map in the center of the screen. If we do it right, the blue gorilla will fly up, we'll kill the Keese, and even if the bubble hits us, we'll have a clear path to run right. Just like that, but I messed it up. Let's try it again. One more try. There it goes. That's the best way to do that room. But it's very difficult to pull off. As you see, I just messed it up twice. So you may want to practice that room when you start getting better at your runs. Or you can kill the enemies and just go through. Just try not to take too much damage right there. You're going to head right. And now you've got a room full of blue gorillas. We don't need to kill them. But if you're worried about taking damage, go ahead and kill them. We're going to bomb right. And in this room, we can either kill these guys, or we can block clip. Block clipping will save you time, but if you're not comfortable with your clipping, just go ahead and kill them. Head on down here. And there's the red candle. We're almost done with our 100% run, guys. Now carefully make your way right. Again, gorillas are unpredictable with their boomerangs, but there is a trick with their boomerangs that you can use if you're taking a lot of damage from them. Watch when they throw their boomerang. See how it doesn't hurt me when it's flying back? Watch, see? But if they throw it out at me, watch what happens. It hurts me. The boomerang only hurts you when it's going forward. When it goes back, it cannot hurt you. Now, this Doug Dogger is a little different than the last one we fought. This one will split into 3 small sections. The one in level 5, you can kill him with the sword. It's not that difficult. But this one's going to be a huge time waste if you want to do it that way. So the quickest way to do it is the bomb method. You drop a bomb, switch to your recorder, blow the recorder, switch back to your bombs. The first bomb blows up and does damage. You drop a second bomb and you're done. That's the fastest way to get through this room. It takes a little practice, but once you get that down, that's real easy. Now, if you've been following the tutorial exactly as I have, you should have 11 bombs at this point. You're only going to need one more to get through the level. That will give us exactly 10 bombs. We need 8 going into 9, so that'll give us 2 bombs to spare. So you have 2 bombs to play with, and that way you don't have to worry about getting a random bomb drop. Now in this room, there are 3 bubbles and 5 wall masters. Wall masters can be killed with the sword, but if these bubbles hit you, you will lose your sword. So to do it quickly, switch to your magic wand and fire your magic wand. Just try not to wander into the fire. If they drop a clock, do not grab the clock. The clock will freeze all the wall masters and you won't be able to move through. Push this block, head into the staircase, and we're almost done with 7. This is a safe place for you to switch back to your bombs. So we're going to switch back to your bombs and head on through. Get through this room as fast as you can. Don't worry if your health is low, because this next enemy is really, really difficult. I lied. Just walk on over. 1, 2, buckle your shoe, you're out. That's why that split, I call it lulz, because that's the easiest fight in the entire game. And we are done with level 7. Now keep in mind, I'm doing this very casually, and I've been restarting and messing up my reloads, and I'm still doing this pretty quickly. This is a very fast route. Once you get this down, a sub-hour run should not be difficult at all for even a beginner. So now, once you exit 7, you can switch to your recorder, but you can't blow the recorder on the level 7 screen because that will open level 7. You need to walk down to this screen. Face the direction that will take you backwards. For me, I like left, and you're going to blow your whistle twice. That's going to take us back to level 1. Level 1 is the closest level other than 6 to level 9, and level 6 is a very risky route. I'm going to switch to my bombs, and I'm going to start heading towards 9. Now, I'm going to buy a potion simply because I'm doing a tutorial. Normally, I would not. But if you feel like you cannot get through 9 without a potion, blow up this wall, head on in, and if you've got at least 40 rupees, you can buy a potion. Just for the sake of it, I'm going to buy one. But in a normal run, I would totally skip that. We're going to head up this screen here. And this is totally random, so you just kind of got to get lucky and try not to take any damage. We're going to head up this staircase, and we took damage. Now, we don't have the magic shield. We have to be careful because that guy will hit us, and he takes off a full heart. These blue ones coming up will take off too. So try to avoid hits. If you're comfortable with your screen scroll ability, you're going to go left here, and you're going to scroll this screen. But whatever it takes, get to this screen here, and just bomb this wall here, and head into 9. If you don't have potions yet, there's a potion shop one screen left of that screen we just bombed. Now we have exactly 8 bombs. We've already used one, so if you had exactly 8 going into 9, you should have 7. You have exactly the amount you need, even if you haven't gotten a bomb drop, to complete level 9. So we're going to head on through. This is the Triforce room. We have the Triforce, so we're going to pass on through. And now we're in the like and Gel or Zol room, whatever. We want to bomb this wall and try to get through without taking any damage. If you're fast enough, that shouldn't be a problem. Now, we definitely want to clip this room, so we're going to clip it. We're going to get right here and clip through. Again, if you're not good at block clipping, you can kill them, but keep in mind, they are going to do damage. So if you're trying to do this as fast as possible, just clip through. Head on down, kill the keys if you need to, and try to stay full health to this point. Kill the likes. Again, try not to take any hits because it's paramount that you stay as high health as you can. When you get to this point here, you're going to head right. Now this is a tricky room because that far right blue Wizrobe, which I paused it, he disappeared, but there's one over there. Sometimes he'll fire a beam at you. We don't have the magic shield. Again, in a 100% run, you don't need to buy the magic shield because it's considered a replenishable thing. You can get it even if you lose it. So, again, if you want to get it, you can, but it'll take more time to do so. Just keep in mind, you can't block these beams. So, he didn't fire, so we're good. We can just walk on through. Alright, now here's our first Patra. Patra is tricky. We don't need to kill this Patra whatsoever, but keep in mind, every one of the hits that those little eyes that fly around him is going to cause 2 hearts of damage. And because we don't have the red ring yet, that's big. So we want to try to get through this room without taking any hits. It's kind of difficult, but just watch the pattern of his eyes and move on through. Head to the right here, drop a bomb, and hopefully you still have full health, because this room is another tricky one. Here's another Patra. Now in this room, you can kill this Patra, especially if you're not at full health, but we need to bomb that top wall and move through. In a real speed run, I'm going to just bomb the wall and move through. I'm going to take 2 hits of damage and move through. But if you're not confident that you can do that, you can fight him. Just keep in mind, you're going to take some damage most likely. And now this room is a really difficult room because we still don't have the red ring. We need to get to the red ring as fast as possible. We do not need to kill these enemies though. We need to bomb that upper wall. We need to do it as quickly as possible without taking any damage. So we're going to try to make our way up. We took 1 hit, that's okay. We took another hit, now we're kind of in some trouble here. We'll get through. Now this is the hardest clip in the game as far as not taking any damage. We want to wait for an opening. You can kill the red Wizrobes if you're worried about getting through. And we clip through. That's a really difficult room in a run to clip because those blue Wizrobes will hit you and mess up your whole game. So don't get too frustrated if that room ends some of your speed runs. It still ends some of mine. It's a tricky room to get through. If you're not confident in your clipping skills, just kill the enemies and get out. So now we have the red ring. You can take a big, deep sigh of relief because now we have 4 times the protection against hits. So we're a lot less likely to die at this point, even though we're half dead already. Now, let me show you something real quick. You see how I just took a hit there? If you're fast enough, you can get through this room without any damage at all. Like that. You just have to go straight up. But it does depend on Patra. It's completely random. Sometimes Patra will come into your way. There's nothing you can do about that. The best way to deal with that room is just go straight up and pray he gets out of your way. If he does, you won't take a hit. Now in this room, you'll notice my health is a little low. If I was worried about it, I could force a fairy here. I need to bomb this wall to move on. Right now my kill counter is at 0 because I just took a hit from Patra. You force a fairy at 16 consecutive kills no matter what. So if you really want to force a fairy, you can hit this guy with your sword 15 times. Try not to take a hit because that will really frustrate you. 12, 13, 14, 15. Now we move on. Now in this next room, the first enemy I kill should drop a fairy. So that's a good way to do it if you're a beginner and you have a lot of damage right there. Stay near the bottom. Watch the Wizrobes. And if they come down to the bottom, get out of the way. Take care of the Wizrobes here, push the block, and head on through. You may want to force a fairy in that room I showed you if your health is only 4 hearts or less. But if you have a potion or if you're at least half health, you're probably okay. You don't need any rupees at this point. As long as you have about 3 or 4, you're good. Because you only need 3 or 4 to kill Ganon at the worst. In reality, you only need 1, but just for safety, try to have 3 or 4 rupees. Coming out in this room, we're going to head left. Make your way through, try not to take any hits. And here comes the single most important block clip in the game. Galaplex says, "Hello, how are you doing, Gala? Hope you're having a great night." Alright, now in this room, there's a Patra. To use the warp the way the game intends, you have to kill the Patra. You can clip through, but this Patra has a wobbly orbit with his eyes. And if you're not fast enough in this room, you will take a hit. And if you take a hit, it's almost impossible to clip this room. You'll have to exit and try again, or kill the Patra. If you're fast enough, you can head to the second block on the bottom right, the one in the middle that's on the lower right corner of the staircase, and clip through. But you do have to be fast. If you're not confident in your clipping ability, kill the Patra. Galaplex says, "I'm good." And yourself? I'm good, man. I'm just going to finish up this tutorial, and then I'm going to try another run. We'll see how it goes. So, let's see if I can do it first try. Come up to the block, clip, and get through. I took a hit, but the bottom line is we made it through. And in a speed run, you just want to get through that. Now in this room, we want to bomb the top wall. There are 2 red Wizrobes, 3 blue Wizrobes. We don't need to kill them yet. So just bomb this wall, come on through. Now, in a normal Wizrobe room, I always say stay on the bottom. This is the one exception to that rule. If you stay on the bottom, you are in deep shit. Do not stay on the bottom row. These bubbles will take away your sword, and you won't be able to kill the Wizrobes unless you use bombs. You notice I only have 2 bombs left. I need those bombs. I cannot use them to kill the Wizrobes. So, what I need to do is get in that middle of that backward C, and this is just a room where you have to be careful and just try not to die. If you have bombs here, you can use bombs, especially if you take a hit from those bubbles. Just wait for the Wizrobe to come to you, take him out. Now, a little thing you need to know with these C-shaped rooms, if you're here, anywhere in this little area here, just push the block here. It's faster. But if you're anywhere this area left, it's faster to walk around and push the block from this side. Just in case you didn't know that. Come on down. Grab the silver arrow. And now we're ready to fight Ganon. So let's go win the game. We're about to finish our first speed run. Well, your first speed run. Whatever. Now with these bubbles, if I press up against here, they won't knock me backwards. It's a little time-saving trick you can use. Now in this room, I'm not able to do this. I've never been able to do it, but you can actually clip into this block backwards. I can't do it. I've tried, I can't do it. I've only pulled it off one time. I'm not good enough at it. So I can either kill the Wizrobes, or I can go around to the bottom and clip through. So I'm going to try to get to the bottom, clip. Oh, I took a hit. Try it again. It's tricky. It's tricky. Get through and get the hell out of there. Again, with the red ring, it's a little less stress, so you don't have to worry about it as much. But now we just need to get past Patra. We wait for the wobble, we go, and we're out. Now this room, you just want to get through. We just got to go up. If you don't have any bombs at this point, you're screwed. You need at least 1 bomb. If you've only got 1 bomb left, you can kill these likes, head left, and then go up. But if you've got 2 bombs left like I do, you're good. Go ahead and kill the likes and get through. In this room, just head up. Try not to let a like eat you. And get the hell out of there. Head to the left. Watch out for the red Wizrobes. We got a bomb drop. I'm going to pick it up, but we just need to go left here. And here's the last Wizrobe room that might kill you if you're not good at fighting Wizrobes, because you cannot go to the bottom here because they're traps. Just be mindful of that. Try to avoid the Wizrobe's line of sight. Take out the red ones as fast as possible. And we're good. Open the warp up and head on through. Gala says he's on his phone, so he'll probably lurk. No worries, man. Alright, now in this room, there are 2 red Wizrobes, 2 blue Wizrobes, and 4 traps. The best way to do it is to head up over the traps, very similar to what we did in level 1. But it's tricky to do, and if you're low on health, it's risky to do. There is a red Wizrobe right in front of me, so I'm going to kill him, come on up, and get through. There's not really a rhyme or reason to the Wizrobes, so just try to get through as fast as possible. In here, we're going to clip it, but you can kill him if you want to, and head into the warp. Come on down the steps, and guess what? That's the last time we'll be in a warp. We are at the final Patra. Now, we have to kill this Patra. There's no way to skip him, so we do need to kill him. Just stand to the side, swing your sword, and try not to get hit, which I am totally getting hit. 3 hits with the magic sword to his eye, and he's dead. Go ahead and switch to your master... excuse me. Switch to your silver arrows, and head on through. If you're low on health at this point, use a potion. Because here's Ganon. Now, you can stun lock Ganon, but I've never been able to do it. Let's see if I can. Nope, I missed it. Ganon is invisible and he'll fly in a figure 8 pattern. Kind of like down here, back to the middle. You just got to kind of watch where the fireballs are at and just swing your sword in that general direction. If you can figure out the pattern, you're a better man than I. Once he's red, shoot him with the arrow, pick up the Triforce, and you're done. But don't hit your timer just yet. Go through this door. Swipe the fire with your sword, and there's your time. And that is a 100% Zelda speedrun. This is the route I run. The world record holder, Yunos, who was in here earlier, he runs a little bit different route, but it's very similar. It's completely up to you. And the beautiful thing about the 100% route is you can experiment and try different things and run a route that's most comfortable for you. Just keep in mind that each level requires a specific amount of keys, a specific amount of bombs, and you have to buy certain items, so you need a certain amount of rupees. The way I run my route, I have an optimal chance of picking up the amount of rupees I need to get to a certain point in the game where I can buy the items I need to continue. If you're new to running, try running an easier route or try running a 1 through 4 first. There's a lot of different routes, and the community is really helpful if you want to try different routes and get used to it. But the way I run my route, as long as you can master the art of screen scrolling and block clipping and ladder scrolling or ladder clipping, it's really not that difficult. If you're remotely capable at The Legend of Zelda, you should easily get sub-hour running this route. As you can see, my personal best is not an hour 35. Let's reset the clip, the splits. It was up there for a while, so I'm sure you guys saw it, but my personal best is 41 minutes. I'm about 4 minutes off the world record pace, but Squeak says, there it is, folks, 1986 at its best. This first time I ran this route, I was sub 45. It's totally up to you guys, but experiment, have fun, practice, learn your screen scrolling technique. I'll show you guys that for the newcomers in the room. One more time. You just want to get Link towards the edge of the screen and then press down on the pad. You have to be on a very specific spot, right about there. Hit down on the pad or up on the pad 1 frame. Link will step the other direction and you can run on through. Same thing over here. Run on through. This is the single most important technique you need to learn to be competitive with Zelda speedruns. And it's very difficult. As you see, I just messed that one up. So just practice this. Again, the way I learned it was I put some scotch tape on my TV, and every time Link's shield was lined up with the scotch tape, I would hit the button and scroll through. Squeak says, can I show the heart in the water trick? I can, but the only problem is now I have to go through level 3 and 4. I did show the trick earlier in level 8, but if you guys watched the tutorial, go back to where right after I finished level 4, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But that is my 100% tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to message me on Twitch. You can also message me at 2gamersonenerd@gmail.com. We have a YouTube, everything. Just go to 2gamersonenerd.com and feel free to drop me a line. I'd love to help you out. I feel like this category is a lot more fun to run than the 80%, but that's a very minor portion of the Zelda speedrunning community, so totally up to you. But thank you very much for watching. Good luck on your speedruns. I hope to see you guys on the leaderboards. Pass me up. Pass up all the other guys ahead of me. And have fun. This is one of the most fun games in speedrun, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Now, I'm going to temporarily end the stream. When I say temporarily, it is going to be about 20 seconds. So stay tuned. I'm going to be right back, and we're going to attempt to run. Hopefully I can actually do well today. So, for those of you watching the tutorial, thank you very much. I'll be right back. Alright. That was a nice warm-up. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Now, let's see about this personal best business. For the record, everybody in the chat, that I haven't really been discussing anything with y'all. I hope you guys are all having a great day. For those of you that were watching the tutorial that we just finished, if you head to our archive page, it should be in our past broadcasts. You can watch the entire thing. And good luck. I hope everyone does well. I hope I do well, because I'll tell you guys what, man, I'm frustrated. I haven't been able to PB in almost a week, and I am frustrated, guys. So let's do something with our lives today. What do you guys say? You guys want to do something with our lives? Let's do something with our lives. Oh, I'll be right back. Excuse me 1 second. Can't run without tobacco. Kids, don't start using tobacco. It's a terrible thing. Drugs are bad. Good. All right. And we're gonna start time as soon as I get control. Now, for the sake of this, once I get into level 3, we're just gonna run it. But speed runs can be frustrating, so give me a little time. This might not work first try. That wasn't too bad. Sweet says, chat about this. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'll read it in a second. That's the only problem about speedrunning. Ah, we didn't get a bomb, so there goes any chance of a world record. Ah, and I missed the bomb. Yeah, so we're already off of a world record pace, but that's okay. 4 or 5, and I took a hit. Did I really lose all my viewers? I had 9 viewers, and then all of a sudden I have 1. Ah, come on, you. Nice. Oh, and I died. Okay, we'll try again. That's weird. It said I lost all my viewers. Huh. Oh, well. That's weird. I think it's a glitch because I think the room still has more people in it than that, but that's okay. We'll try again. We'll call that a warm-up round. It kicked us all out and I had to rejoin. Huh. Chat about this channel. Feel an epic run coming. PB, no pressure. I'd like to think so, but we'll see. That was a good transition. Now this is a good run start. If we get a bomb drop, we'll really be in good position. I'm sorry if the chat room kicked you guys all out. I'm not sure why it did that, but thank you for rejoining. Alright, so our kill counter's at 2. Our consecutive kill counter. Oh, you want to be tricky today, huh? And we got bombs. How about that? Alright, we may have a run here, guys. Let's see what happens. 3, 4. Ah, I screwed that up. Jerk. The bubble never does that. Oh, come on, you. There we go. That was a little slow, but that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. We can catch that up. See what happens. Ah, come on, bastard. Nice. That slowed us down, but now we have 8 bombs, so we don't have to rely on RNG. Of course, now Manhandler will drop bombs. Watch. Got him! Okay, so we're a little off the pace, but not bad. We're not bad. We can catch that up. You see how that screen scroll saves me some time. So if you're trying to learn how to do the screen scrolls, it's really imperative that you do. It can really help you save time. We're in pretty good shape here. We have 8 bombs, so we're in pretty good shape. Get out of my way! Little PB and J, that'd be nice, huh? Nothing? There we go, that was a decent ladder room. A little slow, but that's okay. We have beam swords, we have bombs, so we're actually going to be back on our pace. We're back ahead. Excuse me 1 second, I'll read your message. Kababesh says, am I working with the consecutive counter at all? If I'm trying to manipulate a bomb drop, I do. I find it hard to count and keep track of the kills as I'm playing. So if I know I'm going to need a bomb drop, I'll keep track of it. There are certain parts of the game where I will. It just depends on what I'm at and what my bombs look like. Like right here. Ooh, that was terrible. But that was good. We got a bomb. That should have been the 10th one. And we have beam swords. This should be a good Gleeok. If I could push the damn block. It just depends, really. We got us a run, folks. Let's do it. We got us a run. Now if I just don't mess up these damn ladder clips. By the way, earlier Squeak was asking me to show you guys the ladder clip. If you want to see it again, I'm about to do it. So let's see if I can get over there first. Ooh, I messed that up. Come on. Come on, Link. There it goes. That was bad. That one, for some reason, always gives me trouble. Come on. Fuck it. We're just gonna walk it. I wasted too much time right there, guys. That series of clips, for some reason, always gives me trouble. I don't know why. See, this one never gives me trouble. I almost always nail that one first try. Alright, so right here, you're going to get right about there and walk on through. Takes a little practice. I definitely recommend you practice on an emulator if you're not comfortable with it. Or you can practice on a console. Just keep in mind you don't have save states. So it just depends on your comfort level. We lost some time there, but that's okay. Alright, so we're going to need some rupees here. We need 12 rupees in level 2. So we need to get a little lucky, but it shouldn't be too hard. So my consecutive counter should be at 1, I believe, since I just took a hit. It might be at 2, though. So it should be at 5, 6, 7. Oh, I took a hit. Shit. I don't remember where it is now. Come on. Nothing? Okay, whatever. Alright, we need 9 rupees. Oh, Kababesh says, nice fight. Thank you, man. Alright, so we're looking pretty good as far as bombs are concerned. So we're just going to head on through. We need to try to manipulate a 5-drop right here. Ah, I messed that up, but that's alright. We should still be able to get a 5-drop in this next room. That should be 6 now. 8, 9, 10. There it is. And we're at 60. We are good. We can breathe again. Not the best level 2 in my entire career of running, but that's alright. Big refill too, that kind of sucks. That's okay. There's still time gains to be had. Ah, excuse me. I had homemade enchiladas tonight and they were so good, but I'll tell you what, they made me burpy. I love enchiladas, man. A little chicken, cheese, and some hot sauce. It's making me hungry just thinking about it. Ah, alright. If I don't nail it right here, we're just gonna walk it. There it is. Each messed up screen scroll can cost you about a second on just walking across the screen, but each successful screen clip can save you 3 to 4 seconds depending on the screen. So it's important to get that down. As you can see, I'm not a master of it yet, but I'm pretty good. But I've been practicing a lot too, though. Are there anybody in here, any people in here that have never ran Zelda before that are interested in trying it? If you guys have any questions, man, feel free to let me know anytime. I'm still a relative new runner, but like I said, I've been practicing a lot, so I'm getting pretty good at it. But I still have a long way to go myself, so feel free if you have any questions. I'd love to help. But there are some more definitive people out there, like Darkwing Duck, who is a really good resource if you want to learn more about it. Unos is a great guy to follow. And then you can watch other runs like Lack Attack or President J Polk or Prez J Polk is a really cool guy to learn some stuff from as well. Kevin Bish says, how long ago did I start running? My first speed run was on June 11th. I know because I tweeted about it, and when I got 5th place on the charts, they started retweeting it. But I've been playing Zelda since I was 4 years old, and I'm pretty good at Zelda compared to the average person just in that regard. I have a lot of experience. So it didn't take me long to learn it. Ooh, that was weird. I'll take it, but that was weird. But it was always a game I wanted to run and I just never did. And I wish I'd picked it up earlier, honestly. Ah, I messed that up. I messed that up too. Damn it. I only have 5 bombs. That's going to be a hard recorder room. This is going to be a hard recorder room, you guys. I messed that up. Ooh, that was ugly. Oh, come on! Oh, that's horrible. Oh, that was the worst recorder room I've ever had. I am in trouble. We're going to be behind. At the best case scenario, we're going to be behind here. Yeah, I figured I was going to die. Well, I'll keep going, but this run is over. Unless you guys want me to start over. It's up to you guys. I'll let you guys make the call. I can either keep running it like I'm going for a PB, or I can start over. The problem I did right there, the thing I screwed up, was I got in a hurry with my bombs, and I only had 4 bombs that I could use right there. So when those first 2 bombs exploded and I didn't get any hits off of them, I was in trouble. Big trouble. That was a good bomb. That was a decent one. Oh, come on, man. Come on. It's like they're deliberately avoiding my bombs. There we go. He says he's seen 100 of resets. He says if it was him running, he'd start over. Kavabish says it doesn't matter to him. He's seen hundreds of resets. Yeah, because we're not going to PB now. We're way too far behind. Let's give it a reset and see what happens. We'll give it one more good run. And then I'd like to try running the Link to the Past again tonight. So we'll give it one more good shot. I'm currently learning how to run a Link to the Past, so if I run a Link to the Past, it won't be anything to drop your jaw. Alright, we're gonna restart it. Did I ever beat Mega Man 2 the other night? I passed out. I did not. I got through the second boss and my computer froze. I don't know why. It's done that to me a couple of times. And, so I'm 3 bosses in. Okay, that was decent. Now, for me to get a good time, because I've been running this enough, I need a bomb from this first red Dark Nut, or pretty much a PB. It's going to be really hard to get, so we'll see what happens. That was bad. Oh, God. Yeah, this run's already over, you guys. Let's restart it one more time. We'll get one more good attempt in, and then we'll see what's up. I was actually kind of surprised that last attempt went as smooth as it did. I don't usually have that good of luck. But that little tip that Unos gave me was interesting, and I think I'm going to start using that. He mentioned that when you're trying to line up for the screen scroll, if you move him one step, it's 2, and then after that, it's 1 pixel. So that's an interesting little tip. I might have to start keeping in mind. There we go. There we go. Now we got a chance. Squeak says all of these days are blurring together. 4. I remember the PC issue now. Cat's on fire. That's funny. 5. That was a beautiful, beautiful thing. Ooh, even better. That was worth the extra second to go get those. That's one of the trickiest things I had to learn, was getting through that room without damage and without using bombs. Oh, and then I took damage anyways. No, well. Ah, nobody likes a keys. Those keys are one of the biggest unknowns in a run. Yeah, you tell me about it, man. I'm ready to go back to work. I'm actually going to be out of town next week, so I won't be streaming them next week at all. Unless I take my PS4 with me, which I'm kind of debating. I won't be able to stream any Zelda, let's put it that way. Alright, come on, Manhandler. Cooperate, buddy. He did not. This is going to be over. And that's the brakes. Let's give it a couple more good shots. With Manhandler, it's completely random, which makes it kind of tough. Because you want to drop one bomb and kill him in one, and then hope that your safety bomb will take him out if you mess it up. Ah, come on. That was a bad transition. We're going to be about a second off. Those little time wastes, if you have good combat, you can kind of make those up. But if I was going for the world record right here, those little time wastes can be huge. Every second counts. We got a bomb, so actually we're back ahead. See? Combat can make the whole difference in this game. 4. So we're right about on my PB time right now. 5. Come on, you. Come on! Cooperate, you piece of shit. See if I can just get through here as fast as possible. Squeak says at least he can sleep for a week. I mean, by the way, Son Krillin will still be streaming as well, so if you want, you can check his streams out. He's going to start streaming more in the next few weeks now that he's got his PlayStation Eye. He streams mostly PS4. He's got Xbox One. I have that stuff, but I don't know. I like streaming the retro stuff, man. That's more my style. That was what I wanted, even though he didn't drop a bomb. Jerk. My kill counter must not have been a 10. Sometimes Manhandler won't drop bombs, sometimes he will. It just depends. He's weird. The way he works is really weird. So I think we'll give this run a good shot. We'll take this run as far as it can go. And then I'm going to use the restroom, and then we're going to start playing some A Link to the Past. I want to get one Link to the Past run in before the night's over. Actually, I may not even have time. It's already 1 o'clock my time. In that case, I may just keep running Zelda for another hour or two. We'll see. Squeak says, most of the newer games don't have the replay value to you. It's because the challenge isn't there. Newer games are easy. To me. Easier, I should say. Like, newer Zelda games are way easier. How often did I die playing Skyward Sword? Oh, come on. Ah. I screwed up, guys. This run's gonna be over. Unless he drops a bomb. Alright, this run's over. I fucked it up. I fucked it up. Let's give it one more good chance, and we'll see what happens. See, what I did there was I was distracted. No, not your fault, Squeak. That's my fault. And I wasn't keeping track of my bombs, and I used one bomb too many, and I was done. Thus is Zelda speedruns. Lots and lots of things that have to go perfectly or you restart. He says they're more about instant gratification. I agree. No, you're good, Squeak. That wasn't your fault, dude. That wasn't your fault, bro. I promise. That was my fault. 100% my fault. I should have waited until I got through that room. That room, I'm trying to keep a kill counter in my head. And I was trying to make a point about Skyward Sword, and that was my fault. I should have waited till I got through that room. Alright, now you heard him make that kill noise? That means our kill counter is at 1. Ah, he didn't drop a bomb. We'll run it, but that's bad. So we're at 3, 4, 5, 6. Exactly. He said, I'm not taking blame, but I would virtual slap you. Exactly. Ah, that was my fault. I got too aggressive. Come on, I'd like to get one more good run in before it gets too late. I keep making dumb mistakes. If you get the kill counter to 1, the first Dark Nut will never drop a bomb there. Yes, exactly. That's why I don't kill any of the enemies going in to 3. But when I hit that gel, or that Zol, or the whatever the hell he is, the big ass chocolate kiss, he made a kill noise because he was up against that barrier. So that was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. Ah, you jerk. Come on, RNG. Give me a bomb, man. And I'm about 6 seconds off the pace now. 2, 3, 4. My regular kill counter should be at 5, so I don't want to kill this Keese if I can help it. So I'm at 4 and 5. And we got a lucky bomb. So because I took a hit there, we didn't get a bomb. That was my fault. I took a hit. Ugh. We'll play it, but that's bad. That's a bad start. When I feel like I'm ready to start challenging for the record, which I'm not, I'm probably going to do most of those runs offline just because I would have restarted this run. Alright, so my kill counter should be at 0 now. I'm kind of doing this as an experiment. I want to see if one bomb will give me 10. Well, it didn't matter anyways. Alright, we'll give it a couple more tries, guys. And then we'll change it up a little bit. Or we can just play casually. I don't mind doing that either. I just don't want to bore you guys with attempts. If you guys are cool with it, I'll keep going. I had a good run going into 5. That sucked. I screwed that up. I got desperate right there. Come on. See, I tend to get into these patterns where it's like I forget how to screen scroll. Cababesh says attempts are good. He's got to sleep before too long though. Alright, we'll just try to get one more good attempt in. Let's get one more good attempt in. Then we won't have to worry about it anymore. Do you have any runs on here, Cababesh? I'd love to check it out, man. Come on. RNG is not on my side right now. Yeah, we're way too slow. Let's restart. Supposedly there's a way to guarantee a bomb drop every time. I don't know how to do it. He says no speed runs, but he races the randomizer. I have not raced the randomizer yet. I've wanted to, but I've been running this 100% because I want to try to get a little bit closer on the leaderboard to a Unos. So I haven't really been doing anything else besides the 100% run. I haven't even been doing the any percent run at all. There we go. That was actually pretty fast. We're ahead of schedule now. 1, 2, 3. I wanted to kill one of them. That's alright. Those randomizer runs are really fun, though. I watch a lot of Darkwing Ducks. 5. That's 5 right there. Okay, good. Oh, that's some booty! Booty! I got screwed. They went the wrong direction. In an ideal setup, those red darknets will all come and congregate in that bottom area, and if they do that, you can kill them all in one bomb, but that doesn't happen very often. That was a good transition. That was a really good one. I'm almost a second ahead. And of course I'm taking a drink and I mess up walking through that block. Shit! This run's already over because that fucking gel. Oh, never mind. Weird. See, now that's one of the weird things I still haven't figured out quite yet. That's 5 right there. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but when I hit that gel, whatever the hell it's called, it made the kill noise, so it should have counted as a kill. I don't know why it did not, because I got a bomb drop. I still haven't figured that out yet, but that's not the first time that's happened to me. Ooh, look at that! That was fast, you guys. I got lucky. I'm still going to be a little bit behind, but considering how this run was going, I'll take that all day long. 1, 2. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know why that happened. I've never seen that before. If you kill the Zolt up against a wall... Give me a second, I'll read that in just a moment. Oh, no bombs though, really? That's alright, we got 5. We can run with that. If you kill the Zolt up against a wall while it's moving between tiles perpendicular to you, then it counts as a kill. Otherwise, the tone of the kill is not as low and it doesn't count. Yeah, but I swear when I killed that gel just now, or that Zol, excuse me, I swear it made the kill noise. I might have just been thinking I did. I'll have to look at the video later. But that's weird. I expected not to get a bomb there. I thought that run was over. Alright, so our kill count should be... I took a hit, so I don't know where my kill count is. We'll say it's at 2. It's probably more than that. 3, 5, 0. That's okay. That actually isn't the end of the world. Oh, that sucked though. I'm in trouble now. 2, 4. Six, 7, 9. It gave me a rupee. Alright, I can't use any more bombs. That sucks. That really sucks. We're gonna be slow in here. Especially if this light keeps running away. That wasn't that bad. But we're gonna lose more time coming out of Gleeok, and now we don't have any bombs. Plus I won't have beam swords going into Gleeok, and I can't take any more hits. Well, actually I can take a hit from the little gels, but I don't want to. Yeah, there it was. Alright, now I really can't take another hit. I'm in trouble as it is. This is gonna be tough. Oh shit, now I'm in real trouble. And I died. I was in too much of a hurry. Alright, we'll give it one more good run. That wasn't even a good run, but we'll give it one more good one. Like, that was a good one. See, not having bombs in that room makes that room really difficult to run fast. because you have to kill those guys as quickly as possible. But my timer didn't start. That was a good start, too. Motherfucker. I might have used up on my mojo. Actually, that was a really good start, too. That was one of my best starts ever, actually. I'm about a second ahead already. Oh, you're a jerk. Stop being a jerk! Ugh. Let's restart it. This is why I can't wait to learn A Link to the Past. Because A Link to the Past, there's not as much RNG at the beginning. There's a lot more leeway in what's a good run and what's a bad run. Because right here, there's so much that could go wrong. You have to nail your clips, and even then, you're not even sure if you're going to have a good run. Like that last clip I had coming into 3 was my best I've probably ever done, but it didn't matter. This run's over. We'll play it, but I'm already 10 seconds off the pace. 4 or 5. We'll see what happens. Maybe I get a really good setup right here. Come on, dude. Ooh. Ah, we're gonna be way off the pace. We'll see what happens. If I can make up a good 10 seconds right here, which is possible, then we'll keep it going. You know what? Fuck it. We'll keep it going anyways. We'll keep it going just because A, it's getting late, and B, I have 6 bombs going into Manhandler. So if I can get a drop from Manhandler, we'll be okay. And we did. And we made up 6 seconds. We'll keep it going. Let's see what happens. We've got 8 bombs going into 4, so I can make up some time. That was terrible. No bombs. That's alright. Damn it. I didn't want to take a hit there. Maybe I can get that heart back from these buyers. We'll see. Come on, baby. That was slow. Well, beam swords, we might actually get ahead of the curve here. We almost caught up. This is why having a good start is so important, because if I had had a good start, we'd be 14 seconds ahead instead of 1.1 seconds behind, but it is what it is, I suppose. And I messed up the scroll. This scroll always gives me problems for some reason. Ah, god damn it, I had it too. The slow motion screwed me up. Ah, you jerk. The damn Zora screwed me up. Good lord, man, these Zoras, dude. Ugh, that was ugly. We'll play it. There's still a lot of time saves ahead. Squeak says, I finally quit drinking for good. Well, if you're like Civ Art and you only drink when I PB, I don't blame you. I'm just playing. Why'd you finally quit drinking for good, man? Hopefully nothing bad happened. See, I don't drink very often, but when I do, I usually prefer Dos Equis. Now I'm playing. I only usually drink on holidays now, and it's not anything particularly, I just don't like being drunk. I feel like I'm just smarter when I'm sober. But I do enjoy a drink when I'm stressed out or if I'm tired from work. Jerk. Kind of wanted that hard, but it's okay. I need to make up some time in here. Get through the door. There you go. There you go. He's a good boy. That's a good boy. we're still way off the pace. I didn't catch any time up right there. Well, I gained about a second back. There's that. Come on. Fuck it, we're gonna walk it. I seem to always have trouble with the scrolls when I'm in a time crunch. When I'm ahead, I seem to nail them every time. Which is also the reason why it's so hard for me to catch up. Whenever I'm in a time crunch, I seem to always mess them up. Like right now, I'm in a time crunch, so I need to nail this scroll. And I'm having trouble with it, so we're gonna walk it. But when I'm ahead, it's usually no problem. My ear needs a pop. One thing I might try on future runs is I might start burning that bush and then just coming down here and getting the heart container. And then going back and getting the secret on the way back. That might be faster. Yeah, see, missing those scrolls cost me more time. We were catching up, but now we're back behind again. That cost us about 6 seconds. 6.8 seconds. So basically 7 seconds. Jerks. I didn't think I made that. I thought I messed it up. So I'm gonna have to have a godlike recorder room. Especially because I took a hit there. I'm in trouble again. Come here, you Gibdo. Oh shit, I took another hit. Alright, this is gonna get real interesting. Well, I said I needed a godlike room. I really do now. Man, that was terrible, and now one more hit and I'm dead. That didn't do shit. That was a good one. I need that fairy. Oh, I need that fairy. Come here, lady. I only got one more bomb to play with. on, get the block. We lost more time. Looks like I'm gonna have to practice my recorder room a little bit. That's the same place I died on that last run. God, I love the boomerang. I wish I had the chance to use the boomerang more often. Ooh, that was a nice little setup, though. I can still gain some time back in this level if these guys will cooperate. That was close. As long as I don't make any dumb mistakes, we should be okay. The rest of level 5 is actually quite easy, as long as you don't make any dumb mistakes. Like in this room. If I had ran through, I'd have taken a hit right there. Oh, I could have used those bombs, but that's okay. We made up a little time. All the way around, just a shitty run. But we'll see what happens. In my PB, I did not have a particularly good screen transition to 6, nor did I have a good 6. So we might still have some time saves ahead. And then my 9 was atrocious. So we'll see. I went up 1 pixel too high, but it didn't matter. Alright, I'm gonna risk it. I'm not gonna get the other secret. I think I can get 4 rupees in this dungeon. Yeah. That's another thing. If I can skip that secret, that'll save me about 8 seconds. There it is. Alright, we're good. That was a good clip. We made a little time back. Not a lot, but we made a little. Just chip away at it and see what happens. Look at these rainbow splits, man. This is what bugs me about this run. I know there's so much more improvement, but I keep messing up in certain spots. That I knew if I wasn't messing those up, I could have a really good run. The other day I had a run going, I made it all the way to 9. I died in 9, and I was going to PB by 2 minutes. That would have been possibly sub 40, and then I died, so Again, there's a lot of time saves to be had. There's just certain areas like that recorder room that I need a little practice on. They keep messing me up. We made a little bit more time up. Just a little bit. So we don't even need that secret. That's good. We're going to save a little time there. Come on. Fuck me. That's why I didn't want to do that. Get out of my way, fool! Shit, that time save we had from skipping the secret might be wiped out now. And oh, by the way, oh, you gotta be shitting me. Come on, man. Well, now it's definitely gone. That's pretty much what I did in my PB. And I have 3 hearts damage going into 6. This is going to be fun. We made up some time still. Look at that. Alright, we're back in this. God, see, that's what I'm saying. Can you imagine if I was nailing this shit? I must have had a really bad transition into 6 in my PB. We're back on pace. All I gotta do is have a solid 6 and we're back. It's time to up my level of sanguineness. Exactly. Lucky bomb drop there. I could have used that. I'm gonna kill these guys because they give hearts. Nothing. Oh well. I didn't want to take a hit there. Fucking A. I'm getting a little bit too aggressive trying to make up time. I should have been down on the bottom. Now I'm in real trouble. I actually need that heart. I'm in real trouble. I got way too aggressive there. Oh, you son of a bitch. I'm in trouble, guys. Oh, I'm in trouble. Yeah, this run's about to end. In a shower of shame. Oh, give me that fairy. All right, we have a chance. We have a small chance now. We lost a little time, but we are still in it. We still have a chance. Not a great 6 so far. I just need these guys to leave me alone. Take the bombs, that was nice. Alright, if I can make it through this room, we might have a chance here. Oof, that was close. I had a really good room right there, guys. Alright. We have an outside shot of maybe being ahead on this. Outside shot. As long as I take a hit from that guy. Okay, that was close. And we are back ahead. Aw. If only I hadn't messed all that shit up. We could be 30 seconds to a minute ahead. Let's see what happens. We got us our last run of the night. Let's make it a good one. As we go into level freaking 8. Ugh. Who likes level 8? Raise your hand. I will walk it. At this point, I don't want to mess anything up. I just want to get there. I love that sound when Manhandler just falls apart. It's like a machine gun. It's awesome. Alright, so we have a couple bombs to play with in the Dark Knight rooms. Let's see if we can make something happen. Just gotta get through here without taking too many hits. Oh, they're gonna be jerks. They're gonna be jerks! I did not want to take a hit there. I just gotta survive and see what happens. Oof, don't be a jerk, Manhandler. Get away from me. Good Lord. Come on. Fuck it. Thank you. Thank you. Get me the fuck out of there. That was not very good. Okay, not bad. Ah. Oof, that was close. Come on. Shit! We're gonna be back behind again. Well, we're neck and neck. We still have a shot. But I'm in trouble again. Having a kind of a sloppy run here. Could be because I'm getting kind of tired, but we'll see. Don't you mess with me, Manhandler. Go away. Oh, you son of a bitch. Okay, we're in trouble. Oh, I'm in real trouble? Let's keep it going. Believe it or not, I can still PB this if these guys die quickly. Okay, who am I kidding? Hey, who can't use a little bit of practice anyways, right? One Dark Nut. That's all I had to kill was one freaking Dark Nut. There you go, guys. World record. Yeah, Squeak, I agree. Practice is never a bad thing. Might as well just beat the run just for fun. Just for shits and giggles. See if I can get through this with 3 hearts. This game is brutal. It doesn't. It makes these guys respawn every time, no matter what. This is the 3-heart challenge right here. Ooh, the fairy though. We might actually survive. I'm gonna finish this run only because A, you're right, practice never hurt, and B, I'm not running another run, so I might as well finish it. I'm almost done. Come here, you little bastard. Fuck you. I'm sorry, guys. We had a chance there. Eventually, one of these days, I am going to beat that 41-30. It's going to happen. It's hard. By the way, that's the trick. An octopus has 3 hearts and they're pretty badass. Well, I want to be badass like the octopus, dude. It's funny how fighting him when you don't give a fuck anymore is like the easiest thing ever. So we wasted 2 minutes on our deaths. That doesn't seem right, but it doesn't matter anymore anyway, so we'll keep it going. Finish off this run and we'll call it a night. That's the one thing about running with no potions, man. You can't make mistakes like I did. It's the reason why this is one of the hardest and the best games to run. Because it's unforgiving. If you want to be a good runner, you have to be nearly perfect, and even then there's stuff out of your hands. But that's what's beautiful about it. There's a lot of games where everything is predictable. Nobody's ever going to break that Mario Brothers speedrun record by more than like fractions of a second. But if I had a perfect run, theoretically speaking, of course, I could break Eunice's record. Probably wouldn't shatter it. I'm not as good as he is. But his run was far from perfect, and he set a world record. That's the beautiful thing about Zelda, man. Besides, I can do personal best segments here. Maybe. If these fucking dig doggers would get out of my way. One day I will be like the octopus just for you, Squeak. You jerk. Who has more nuts, Adult Link or Young Link? Well, can Adult Link even use the Deku nuts? I don't know if Adult Link can even use the Deku nuts. I never used them. The only time I ever used Deku nuts was in Majora's Mask, because you can use them as Deku Link. So I never used them, ever. Young Link can carry up to 92, while Adult Link can only carry 42. I'm more impressed with the fact that you knew that. Or is that a joke? I don't know if it's a joke or not. Hey, free bombs are always nice. I haven't played Ocarina of Time in a long time either. I should play that again. That's alright, maybe this week off will be good. Get a week off, kind of reset. $40 Deku nuts plus 50 slingshot nuts equals 2 nuts plus... Oh! Since Adult Link can't use this... Ah, I got you. That's clever. I didn't think of that. I'm looking at the run and I'm like... I'm looking at all the personal best segments that I had. And I'm just thinking to myself, man... That's alright, I messed up this scroll anyways. This is gonna be an ugly level 9 now. I have no potions, and I'm coming in with less than full health. This is gonna be bad. That's alright, you can never have too much practice at level 9 though. Level 9 is the killer of my last 3 personal best runs. All 3 of my last personal best runs died in 9, so no pressure at all. Might as well try it, right? What's the worst that can happen? I fall more behind? What did Zelda say to Link when he was trying to open the locked door? Oh, that's what Link would say. My bad. I don't know, that one you got me. You know what's funny? I just had one of the best red ring clips I've ever had. All with no pressure. That's where I died in my, what might have been... Oh, I thought that was what Zelda said to Link when he said he wanted to try anal sex. Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's funny. That's funny. I like that one. Triforce. You're stupid. That's awesome. Fuck you, old man. I shouldn't have done that. Even with 2 deaths, I'm still gonna go sub 45 unless I screw up. That's insane to think about, man. I used to have trouble going sub 45. I died twice and had a shitty run in a lot of spots, and I still am gonna go sub 45. As long as I don't mess this up. And I totally messed it up. Go away, Patra. Arrgh. This is why Patra's tricky. Good lord. Fuck off! Oh, Jesus, I hate that clip. Somebody just texted me. If it's not about sex, I don't want to try forcing a look at this. That fairy duck. You got great fairy tears. Ha ha ha. Let's finish the run off. Let's finish it off and just go to bed. I'm sorry, you guys. This could have been a personal best. Of course, with those jerks, who knows? Those guys always try to screw up your day. That's one of the hardest clips. I really need to try to learn that backwards clip. I've never been able to get it. That's one of the clips I've never nailed in my entire speedrunning. I've never done it, even in practice. And I see, like, Like Attack nailed it without a flinch, and I'm just, like, in awe. Let's see if I can at least PB this segment. It'd be nice. Set a standard for later. Alright, Ganon. I don't like you. You don't like me. Let's just make this quick and easy, dude. Come on, don't kill me now. Jesus. Holy crap, he might kill me. Jesus, that was horrible. That's one of the worst Ganons I've ever had. He almost killed me. And I still PB'd that segment. Come on, phone. Alright. Well, that's a little bit of a disappointment because there were a lot of areas in this run that I did really, really well in. Even if you discount the fact that I died twice in 8. I had a terrible Ganon, I had some screen scroll issues, and I still did 43. So that's not bad. But a lot of room to improve, man. If I hadn't died in 8, who knows? We probably would have had a PB there. But, folks, thank you very much for watching. It's late, so I'm going to call the stream a night for tonight. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you do, please subscribe or please follow. And check us out. We run Zelda often. We also run other retro games and modern games as well. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing some Fallout 4. So if you like Fallout 4, check in tomorrow. We're going to do a Link to the Past run and probably another Zelda run. So until the next time, Squeak, Kababesh, if you're still in, everybody else in the chat, let's see who's here. Akira's still here. What is that name? Luki06 and Purple Tulip. Thank you very much for watching, you guys. I hope you all have a great morning, night, wherever you may be. Till the next time, everyone take care.